game one. Ball is in. Nembhard has it. He finds Halliburton, who drives, almost lost the ball, now does lose the ball. The Knicks have it, and they'll be able to dribble out the clock as Anunoby gets it into the forecourt. And this turns into the Jalen Brunson show. That was a performance for the ages.
And he's just stacking those performances up. At this point, you must tip your cap to what he's been able to do. But from a Pacers perspective, you got to be happy with the way you battled, and a lot of things to feel good about. Clearly not the result, which is ultimately most important when you're looking at playoff series, and something to feel good about going into game two.
Obviously, we hope for a different result on Wednesday, and then beyond that, Friday, Sunday, and so on. That said, the result aside, I would love to see 6 more games like this.
My goodness, give me 16 more games of this as just a sheer basketball fan and just loving the competition of it all. This is what you sign up for. This is what you work through training camp, 82 games of a season, and get through that first round. And you got to feel good about what you saw here tonight from a basketball fan perspective.
This is a question that doesn't need to be asked, but who is our Kroger performer of the game? Gee, could it be Brunson?
My goodness, you talk about a guy just took complete command.
And
decided he would.
A good start for once in these playoffs.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see if the starters could just get it going. A sense of urgency. Trying to read faces right now, always tough to do.
Lose this one, and you have a 1 in 12 chance of winning the series. So Denver's got to bring their A game here tonight against Minnesota. It'll be Nikola Jokic against Karl Anthony Towns at the midcourt circle. Mark Davis is the crew chief. I named a name. Mark Davis is the crew chief tonight. He'll get things going here at the midcourt circle. My bad. Tap is controlled by Nikola Jokic, and it's run down by Aaron Gordon. Saves it from going out of bounds. Gordon gets it off across the timeline. He peels off to the high right side. Nuggets move it right to left here to begin this basketball game. Jokic has it inside the arc against Slow-Mo. In the paint over to Gordon. He turns over his left shoulder. Hook shots on the way and in. And the Nuggets crack the scoreboard first. They're on top here 2-0.
Lottie body bumping, no whistle.
Here comes Mike Conley. Conley has it left side over to the midcourt circle. Minnesota moves it left to right to begin the basketball. High right side over to McDaniels. Back on top to Anthony Edwards. His first touch on the offensive end. Left side over to Towns. Towns goes to the left hand on Gordon. Hands off behind him to Conley. Back over to Towns. Little floater. Banked up and in. We're all square at 2. Quick inbound goes to Aaron Gordon. Boy, Kyle Anderson guarding Aaron Gordon. Just take him to the rack. Gordon throws out of it over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic hands it off behind him over to Porter. Porter, step back, dump off over to Jokic. Now guarded by Kyle Anderson. This is all day and twice on Sunday. Anderson taps it away. Loose ball, McDaniels, runners off the window and in, and Minnesota's in the lead for the first time tonight in game number 2.
And again, I said they're letting them play physical. Anderson, a wraparound, knocks the ball out, and it's okay.
KCP hands it off over to Aaron Gordon. He has it at the midcourt circle. Throws it off inside the arc over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic hands it off behind him over to Murray. Murray guarded by McDaniels. Back over to Jokic. Back over to Murray. Turns the corner with the right hand. Leans in. Up and under. Flip shot won't go. Tipped up and in by Gordon. Gordon already has 2 points less than what he scored in the entire game in game number 1. Having played 2 minutes. Conley has it on the right side. He'll take a 3. That one's no good. Long rebound out to Slow-Mo. Anderson at the nail, working against Jokic, shoots over him, jump shots up and in.
An offensive rebound hurt them late in that game last night.
6-4 is the score. Minnesota leads it by 2. Jokic has it inside the arc. He runs right over Towns, leans in, layup good. No flop called on Karl Anthony Towns that time. Could have been a delayed flop. Back the other way comes Edwards. Edwards has it against Jokic. He stops at the shake, shoots a 3. Jumper's no good. Rebound down to Jamal Murray. Murray has it across the timeline. Jump pass off over to Jokic. Jokic throws up a lob over to Gordon. Bad pass, and he threw it away. Denver's first turnover of the game. Edwards has it. Stutter step and a drive on KC. Layup up, no good. Rebound comes down to Porter. Outlet pass off over to Jokic. Nuggets looking for the lead back here in the early portions of the first quarter. Throws out of it over to Murray. Back over to Joker. Guarded by Anderson. Back over to Murray in the paint. Up and under layup. No good.
Wow. They're letting them play, Kaz.
Rebound down to Towns. Outlet pass Anderson. Goes reverse side. Layup blocked by Jokic. Throws a loose ball back out behind him over to Edwards. Edwards has it inside the arc. Right side over to Conley. Guarded by Gordon. Throws it off now down to Towns. Turnaround jump shot is on the way in now.
He just turns around. Murray switched on him. No, he doesn't have to worry about it getting his shot blocked. Shot at ease.
8-6. Minnesota back in the lead by 2. Gordon has it. Dribble handoff over to Jamal Murray. Right side of the midcourt circle is Porter. He gets it off over to Jokic, guarded by Towns. Late whistle foul called on Karl Anthony Towns, stripping the basketball away from Jokic.
Well, they're letting a lot of body stuff go. I said that on the very first possession. There's been a lot of bumping at the paint, but that time arm across arm, had to call it.
Denver basketball across the way, and Michael Porter Jr. looks in. Throws it in on top over to Jokic. Back over to Porter. Porter has it against Edwards. Now Jokic on the elbow, guarded by Towns. It's an ISO. He gets bumped by him, throws out of it. Porter head fake on the three, drives instead, leaves in, layup will go. Wow. Rebound down to Anderson, outlet pass off on the right side to Edwards. Head fake on the three, puts it on the floor. Behind him, Towns three-pointer. That one's no good. Rebound comes down to Jokic. Nuggets are down by 2. It's 8-6. We played 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Jokic has it up the right sideline. He's guarded by Towns again. Double team comes. Kick out over to Porter and a sidestep three. Rims out. Rebound down to Towns. Outlet pass off over to Edwards, and the Minnesota Timberwolves looking to tack on. Edwards has it inside the arc. Top of the key. Towns three. Good.
Well, Michael Porter's the Knicks rotation. He just went into the paint. Gordon got stuck on a screen.
5-point lead here for Minnesota. Jokic has with the left hand. Euro step. Runner banked up and in. Wanted a foul. Didn't get the whistle. Nuggets are down by 3 here. It's 11-8. Here comes Kyle Anderson. Anderson has it at the midcourt circle. He peels off to the right side. Hands it off to McDaniels. McDaniels gets double team for a moment. Now they peel away. Off over to Towns. Picked up by Porter. Right side back over to McDaniels. McDaniels goes to the right hand. Lost the basketball. Forces a jumper fighting the clock, and he missed it. Rebound down to Murray. Nuggets are down by 3. Murray gets a moving pick from Jokic. He's inside the arc at the point. Throws it off over to Joker. Dumps it off down low. Gordon got fouled going up for a dunk by McDaniels, and that'll put Gordon to the free throw line. And we have a timeout on the floor. Free throws coming up for AG in a moment. Nuggets are down by 3 early on the Altitude Radio Network.
Next time you're a Ball Arena sports fans, I will meet you at Chillville. Enjoy a delicious frozen cocktail made with real fruit juice, strawberry, mango, or my favorite, the coconut. You can mix the flavors however you like. Plus, each comes with a candy fruit slice. See you at Chillville. Off the main escalator, just turn left right there, section 112 at Ball Arena. Chillville, where every sip is a mini vacation.
Mark Springer here for Bet365, and at Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only, must be present in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Colorado, it's the season to save big on a new Jeep or Ram truck at Johnson Auto Plaza. The Johnsons are offering huge incentives all month when you buy a new Jeep or new Ram truck. Shop their 40 acres of inventory in person or online at johnsonautoplaza.com. Expect more and get more at Johnson Auto Plaza, where first-time buyers become lifetime customers every day. North of E470 on Highway 85, JohnsonAutoPlaza.com.
Let's go in the paint.
Hey, Nuggets Nation, this is D-Mac. It's Mile High Playoff Basketball, the Nuggets and Timberwolves. Coming up after the game, we'll have a lot to discuss and debate. Let's get into it. I'm going to break down the action, check out the highlights, and take your calls, texts, and tweets. Let's talk about what's next for your Denver Nuggets.
In the paint after every Denver Nuggets game on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Broadcast from the Backus and Shanker studios.
The Broncos were the only team who had a round one grade on Nix. Everyone else had a backup caliber grade on him.
You're not going to steal my sunshine. Bo Nix will throw 25 touchdown passes this season. In year 2, he will lead the Broncos to the playoffs. In year 5, the Broncos will be a contending team for the Super Bowl.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 in the Backus and Shanker studios. Get 5-star representation with Backus and Shanker. Serious lawyers for the seriously injured.
Hey, you've reached Teresa and Benny. You know the drill.
Hey Teresa, it's Amanda from Chase. Congrats on closing. I'm sure Benny will love playing fetch in your new backyard.
Your Chase Home Lending Advisor will be there from pre-approval to closing. We're with you all the way home. Chase, make more of what's yours. Visit chase.com/home. Home lending products subject to credit and property approval. Rates and program terms subject to change. Other restrictions apply. Member FDIC. Equal housing opportunity.
Denver Nuggets playoff basketball. The Nuggets and Timberwolves on the Altitude Radio Network.
Nuggets are down by 3 points here early in Denver. For the first time tonight, we go downstairs to Katie Winge.
Well, guys, that wide open three that Karl Anthony Towns had from a defensive breakdown, Aaron Gordon in that last huddle, he let his teammates know. He said, if I help, someone has to help me. Then someone has to help that person. We have to help each other defensively. Then Coach Malone said, if they're going to double Nikola Jokic tonight, make yourselves available around him and be ready to score. A little different game plan so far with no Rudy Gobert from Minnesota.
Thank you, Katie. It's what you call rotation on the defensive end, Scott. In case you're wondering.
I think we pointed out on the play-by-play in color there, Coach.
Yes, sir. Hey, Nuggets fans, don't forget, if one of your Nuggets gets a double-double tonight, tomorrow at Wendy's, you get a free 6-piece nugget, crispy or spicy, with any purchase. 100% white meat chicken, breaded to crispy perfection. Valid tomorrow, only one per person at participating Denver Front Range in Wendy's restaurants. Second free throw by Gordon is good. And the Nuggets are down by 2 points here. It's 11-9. Anthony Edwards has it on the high right side. He's guarded out there by KCP. High pick there, slipped by Anderson. Head fake and a drive. Towns, split-legged runner is up and in.
Listen, Murray's on Towns. You can't let Towns drive by you if you're a point guard.
Especially from the three-point line.
Come on now.
At the midcourt circle is Aaron Gordon. Nuggets are down by 4. Lost the basketball, picked it back up, throws it off over to Jokic. Jokic hands it off behind him to KCP. Back over to Joker. Thought about a three. Now takes it. Rims out. Rebound comes down to Conley. Minnesota looking for their big lead of the night. Left side is Anderson. Top of the key is Edwards. Edwards, stutter step and a drive on Jokic. Reverse side layup is up and in. And Minnesota has their big lead of the night. They're up a half a dozen on Denver. Jokic has it. He gets bumped by Towns. Left side over to Gordon in a three. That one's good. Big bucket there. Nuggets make it a one-possession game, 15-12. And here comes Anthony Edwards the other way. Again, no Rudy Gobert tonight. At the midcourt circle is Anthony Edwards. Throws it at the point over to Karl Anthony Towns, guarded by Gordon. He goes to the right hand, loses the basketball, tried to flop again, no whistle. Well, they're going to call a foul on Gordon.
Reaching in. As much as Joker gets bumped, a little reach in. There was a little bit of a reach in. But they've been doing it all along. Gordon trying to argue that he grabs my arm when he does it.
And here we go. Alexander Walker looks in. He throws it in on the shake over to Anthony Edwards. He's working up with a post-up, throws out of it over to Towns. Head fake on the three. Left side down, Naz Reid three, and that one's up and in.
Not sure if he makes threes like this against everybody, but he and Conley both play good against Denver, don't they?
18-12, especially in game one. Here comes Aaron Gordon the other way. Throws it inside the arc over to Nikola Jokic. Back over to Gordon. 8-footer. Good. 18-14. Less than 5 minutes. Say it again, Scott.
Nothing but about time to get some stops here, right?
Oh, yeah. My bad. Anthony Edwards has a jump shot, won't go. Rebound comes down to Porter. Gets the outlet pass off over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic has it against Naz Reid. Gets double teamed. Cross-court pass over to Casey. Kick out Porter. Sidestep three. That one's no good. Michael Porter Jr. 0 of 2 and 0 of 3 overall. Edwards has it the other way. He's inside the arc. Back behind him over to Reid. Reid. Head fake. Spin move on Jokic. Dips his shoulder. Layup won't go. Good defense. Rebound comes down to Jamal Murray. Murray jump pass right side. Gordon another three. Got it again. Nuggets are within one. 2 3-pointers in the first quarter for Aaron Gordon, who came to play. High left side. Here comes Alexander Walker. Throws it off over to Towns, guarded by Murray. He shoves him out of the way. Dips. Runs right over him. Jumper's good and no whistle.
Mark Davis just watching. What a BS no call.
Jamal Murray has it across the timeline. Murray goes right to the rack, leans in, layup. Nope, he throws out of it over to Casey. Top of the key, Jokic, right side, Gordon again.
Nope.
Missed it long.
Rushed that one.
And rebound comes down to Walker. Outlet pass up the left side over to Anthony Edwards. Edwards, a blow by on Gordon, gets down the lane. Runners up and in.
But and he put his knee out, caught KCP in an area that hurts real bad.
Now let's see if Michael Malone is going to get a technical here.
Oh, and Mark Davis, right at Mark Davis' face, and Davis coming at him too.
No technical. Malone is about as mad as I've seen him in a minute. We're back in a moment on the Altitude Radio Network.
Hey, Nuggets Nation, it's Vic Lombardi. You got the Nuggets and Timberwolves game 2 coming up tomorrow morning. We've got a ton to get into. We'll break down this game and talk about what the series looks like after tonight. Also, we'll look ahead to the Avs and Stars game 1 tomorrow night. Gonna be a busy week in Denver, so let's get it going every morning. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
Wake up with Brett Kane at 6 a.m. Then it's Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane at 7. Altitude Sports Radio, 92.5.
Nuggets fans, you always show up and make the game what it is. So we think you deserve a better betting experience. For a limited time at Fanatic Sportsbook, bet and get up to $1,000 in bonus bets over 10 days. Welcome to the most rewarding sportsbook, Fanatic Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the Denver Nuggets. Bonus bets expire within 7 days. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app. Must be 21 plus and present in Colorado. Have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, basketball fans, ready to score some cash back? Tip off your shopping trips with the Ibotta app and get cash back on groceries and more. Start with Ibotta to find offers at hundreds of your favorite retailers, from grocery and home improvement to sporting goods and apparel. Then shop as usual in-store or online. The average saver earns over $100 per year. Download the free app and start earning cash back today. Ibotta. Cash back made easy. Ibotta is a proud sponsor of the Denver Nuggets.
Nuggets Nation, gain access to playoff ticket offers today. Join the Denver Nuggets Last Chance Tickets database. Don't miss the chance to cheer on your defending NBA champs at Ball Arena. Sign up today at Nuggets.com.
Hey, Colorado, it's the season to save big on a new Jeep or Ram truck at Johnson Auto Plaza. The Johnsons are offering huge incentives all month when you buy a new Jeep or new Ram truck. Shop their 40 acres of inventory in person or online at johnsonautoplaza.com. Expect more and get more at Johnson Auto Plaza, where first-time buyers become lifetime customers every day. North of E470 on Highway 85, johnsonautoplaza.com.
Inspiration spurs action, and action gets it done. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Dunright Kitchens, Baths, Finished Basements, Windows and Doors. Our schedule's filling fast, so take action and reserve your spot. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Win a Ford Bronco Sport at Century Casino and Hotel Central City this Memorial Day. Play Buck and Bronco every weekend through May 27th. Winners picked every half hour, playing for free play and finalist entries. Triple prizes awarded in each nightly finale. Play on Tuesdays and Fridays earns bonus entries for weekend drawings. Plus, each Sunday earn entries for the finalist barrel. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the 4-lane Central City Parkway. If you believe you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Mile High Playoff Basketball. Denver and Minnesota on the Altitude Radio Network.
Things got pretty heated between Michael Malone and crew chief Mark Davis, and I'm trying to figure out who was yelling at who more in that entire exchange.
You don't see a coach get away with that very often, but the official came back just as hard, and guess what? No whistle. So I think Mark Davis, I think Malone upset. That was a charge on Towns, not called on Jamal Murray.
And I think Mark Davis knew he made a mistake, and so going to a defense mode there. Inside the arc is Aaron Gordon. We won't even remember that play in the fourth quarter. Gordon gets a high pick from Jokic, takes a long two, jumpers off the back of the rim and no good. Rebound comes down to Alexander Walker. Nuggets are down by 5 here in the first quarter, less than 3 minutes to go in it. Edwards has it between the rings. High left side over to Reed. Back on the elbow, it's Kyle Anderson. Anderson, dribble handoff behind him over to Monte Morris. Morris back over to Anderson. Head fake on Jokic. Short clock fadeaway. Air ball. Rebound comes down to Reggie Jackson. In the front court, Jokic over to Porter. Back over to Jokic. Poked away and saved by Anderson. And Denver turns it over. Alexander Walker goes coast to coast on Porter. Layup is off the window and down.
You get the turnover, and then your man just comes right down and kind of beats you to the rim.
24-17. Nuggets are down by 7. Reggie Jackson comes in during the timeout, throws it off over to Aaron Gordon, hands it off now to Porter. Porter back to the midcourt circle to Reggie. Reggie bounce pass over to Jokic, who straddles the three-point line, guarded by Naz Reid. Hands it off behind him over to Porter. Back over to Jokic. Jokic, spin move on Reed, gotta shoot it. Shot clock violation, and another turnover for Denver.
They're trying to get Michael going, and all Minnesota doing is being physical with him, and he's just coming flat off screens and taking himself out of plays. Denver just getting out physical and not responding right now.
4 turnovers for Denver already, and we have 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Christian Brown comes on the floor. And here comes Anthony Edwards. Edwards has it at the midcourt circle on Christian. Gets a high pick from Kyle Anderson. Moves off of that. Back over to Anderson. 10-footer. That one's no good. Rebound cleared by Christian Brown. Brown has it up the right sideline. Guarded out there by Anderson. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass off over to Jokic. Jokic gets double teamed. Spins away from it. Cross-court pass 3. Up and in for Justin Holiday. No, I'm sorry, that is Peyton Watson. No, it's Holiday. I'm sorry, he's fresh off of a new hairdo. High left side in the corner. Anderson 3. He missed it short. Rebound comes down to Jokic. Jokic has it across the timeline. Back over to Porter. Porter hands it off to Jackson. Gets down the lane, leans in. Layup won't go. Rebound comes back down to Monte Morris. Wide open layup is up and in.
And now Michael, who started off 0 for 3, 0 for 2, is turning down shots. You can't get him non-aggressive offensively.
Back the other way comes Denver. Jokic has it inside the arc. Dump off pass down low. Another turnover by Denver as Holiday couldn't hang on to the ball. Front court, Monte 3. Short, no good. Rebound Anderson, and he put it up and in between 3 Nugget rebounders. Denver can go 2 for 1. Got to shoot it in 5 seconds. Reggie Jackson gets a high pick from Jokic. He moves off of that. He goes to the left hand. Back over to Nikola Jokic. 2 for 1 is gone. Jokic drives in on Reed. Jump shot. Not going to count. Offensive foul on Joker.
David Guthrie, number 2, the king of that. You want to look and see if there's any contact. Oh, I'm not even sure there's any contact. You've already taken 2 timeouts. That's a fair challenge right there. That's close.
I don't think Denver's even looking at it.
The only thing where the NBA is screwed up on that come through the ball, you're allowed now defensively to get right up in a guy's face. And I'm not even sure there was contact.
I don't think there was contact either.
You have to be able to prove it. The one video looked like it went about an inch away.
Right.
Well, I'm telling you what, that one right there, though, Joker, it's just his first, but that was one you'd think about, wouldn't it? Because then you get the basket would be good.
Right. 1.5 seconds is the difference between the game and the shot clock. Here comes Anthony Edwards. Edwards has it right side of the midcourt circle. Guarded out there by KCP. 10. Now 7. Now Edwards makes his move. Has it knocked out of his hands, off of his leg and out of bounds.
Well, they were going to give it back to Minnesota in a correction. Good hands by KCP, who's hurting right now, Cos.
Yeah, big time. So some substitutions here. Get some more offensive players on the floor with 6.3 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Murray's got Monte on him, got to blow right by him. And they're going to put Walker on him now.
Inbound to Murray, 5 seconds to go. Now threes at the half-court line. He'll take a one-legged three-pointer, missed it at the horn, and once again it's all Minnesota. I should say, once again it's all the opposition at the end of the first quarter. Denver down 28-20 after one. Second quarter is up next on the Altitude Radio Network.
When friends and family come to visit, do what I do and take the short drive up the hill to Central City. It's only 30 minutes from the west side of town via I-70 and the Central City Casino Parkway. Central City offers everything your fun-seeking group desires. Hotels, dining, bars open 24/7, a craft brewery, and live casino action day or night. Central City isn't the big box, corporate-owned casino experience. It's Colorado-owned and operated, rich in history. Bring your friends and family, cruise I-70 to the Parkway, and take the 4 lanes to fun.
Hey, Nuggets fans, did you know that nearly 75% of all aluminum ever produced is still in use today? Which means every time you recycle a Ball aluminum can, it gets to come back. For every nail biter, every triumph for the ages, and all the great moments to come, Ball is the official sustainability partner of the Denver Nuggets. So join the recycling revolution. The future is in your hands. Recycle it.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 brings you Mile High Playoff Basketball.
Hey Denver, it's Andy Lindahl of Kreckman and Lindahl. You've got the Timberwolves Game 2 on the radio and the Altitude Sports Radio app. Tomorrow, Nate and I will get into this game and talk about what's next in the series. Also, your well-rested Avs kick off a new series with Dallas tomorrow. We've got it covered. Tomorrow at 3.
Kreckman and Lindahl. Weekdays 3 to 6. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Broadcast from the Backus and Shanker Studios.
Dallas didn't really score all that much in that series. Now, they obviously scored enough, but if they're banking on beating the Avs 2-1, 3-2, I don't think it's going to work for them. Like, as much as Ottinger is a great goalie, and he is, the Avs will find a way to beat that offensively.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 in the Backus and Shanker Studios. Get 5-star representation with Backus and Shanker. Serious lawyers for the seriously injured.
This joyful sound is the No More Chemo bell at Intermountain Health St. George Hospital. And it means that Sarah Parker beat cancer. It also means her doctor spotted it early enough to treat, and that her oncologist helped her fight it every step of the way. It means that her nurse helped her keep track of medicines, and that a case manager made the whole experience just a little bit easier. Every time we hear that bell, it reminds us that all things are possible when we work together. It reminds us of the power of we. Intermountain Health.
You figured out the tickets, the bag policy, the set list, your merge table strategy, everything except, parking. With Spot Hero, it's already figured out. Visit SpotHero.com or download the free app and search your venue, then choose your parking spot and pay to reserve. Get 10% off your first park with code ENCORE10. Parking for concerts, sports, work, travel, and anywhere you need a spot. Spot Hero. Where'd you park?
Denver Nuggets playoff basketball. The Nuggets and Timberwolves on the Altitude Radio Network.
Nuggets once again trail after a first quarter of playoff basketball. Downstairs we go to Katie Wingy.
One of the main adjustments the Nuggets will look to make offensively, guys, is they're getting into low shot clock situations a lot. They call out butter when the shot clock is winding down to let everybody know there's about 7 seconds left, so they want to get into their offense quicker. They're playing against the shot clock right now and one of the best defenses in the NBA.
Thank you, Katie. It'll be Minnesota basketball to begin the second quarter. Alexander Walker has it on the high left side. A collision in the paint. And I think that's going to be a foul on Jamal Murray. I missed the play.
Not getting a kind whistle. Jamal's sitting there saying he's getting shoved in the chest. Conley just walked right through him. That is kind of a weak call. You got to quit complaining, though, guys. The refs have stunk so far, but guess what? You got to play.
They haven't stunk for Minnesota. High right side is Conley. Conley goes to the left hand, guarded by Jamal Murray. Throws out of it. Naz Reid 3. That was good.
And that's on Murray. He's so worried about Conley. It's a switch. Peyton Watson goes to Conley, and he forgets Naz Reid.
Double-digit lead now for Minnesota for the first time tonight. Murray in the corner. Three-pointer Reggie. That one misses short. Rebound comes down to Naz Reid.
And no one on the glass.
Outlet pass up over to Alexander Walker. Guarded out there by Justin Holiday. Throws out of it over to Towns. Towns drives baseline. Bank shot is up and in.
Well, he gets it close to that glass. He's pretty good, isn't he?
He's really good. 56% shooting is Minnesota. Denver at an even 40. Reggie Jackson has it between the rings. Slip pick by Peyton Watson. Throws it to him, the pick and pop. Hands it off over to Murray. Murray working against Naz Reid. He goes to the right hand. Leans in, up and under layup, blocked out of bounds by Naz Reid.
Yeah, Murray's right now going kind of, let's go one-on-one. I'm going to take this personal. And that's a 6'10 guy that's active. It's tough to do.
4 seconds on the shot clock here for Denver.
Denver just doesn't have a look in their eyes. There's another turnover.
Inbound thrown away by Murray. Breakaway, McDaniels layup blocked at the rim though by Denver and Peyton Watson. Loose ball Holiday. Back over to Reggie Jackson. Drives right in on Towns. Euro step. Jumper won't go.
Missing layups now, Kazi.
Rebound down to Towns. Outlet pass off over to Mike Conley. Top of the key, Towns. Head fake on the three. Throws it left side over to Naz Reid. Falls down on the play. Kick out three in the corner. That one by McDaniels won't go. Rebound comes down to Jamal Murray. Murray has it across the timeline. Gets bumped the entire way. Now he gets trapped. Throws out of it over to Reggie Jackson. Someone's going to get teed up here. I promise you that. You mark my words. Back over to Jamal Murray. Murray gets a high pick from Aaron Gordon. Murray, short clock again. You got to shoot it. Watson forces a three, hit the side of the back.
There's so much time on the double team, no answer. Then you come out and no one stands. Gordon comes to set a pick and roll, and there's no pick. You got to start blasting people to get off your point guard. If you're going to play soft, they're going to pound you.
7 turnovers for Denver, and we're just underway in the second quarter. And here comes Mike Conley. Nuggets are down by 13. He has it on the high left side, guarded out there by Peyton Watson. Throws out of it over to Alexander Walker for three. That one's short. Rebound flat-footed comes down to Aaron Gordon. Gordon has it across the timeline here for Denver. Crossover move, Gordon. A lot of one-on-one again. Gets down the lane. Layup won't go.
Another missed layup. 3 in a row.
Rebound comes down to McDaniels. McDaniels shovel pass off over to Karl Anthony Towns for three. Jumpers up and in. Denver is down by 16 points, and they are getting absolutely smacked in the face by the Minnesota Timberwolves. This thing is not even close. 36-20, timeout Denver on the Altitude Radio Network.
Nuggets Nation. Your reigning champion Denver Nuggets are looking to defend their title in the NBA playoffs. Let's go! And tickets are on sale now. Be a part of the best home court advantage in the NBA.
Now you got the crowd involved.
And see your Nuggets take on the Timberwolves in round 2 as they chase another Larry O'Brien trophy.
I think I've seen this dance before.
Tickets will go fast, so get them while you can at Nuggets.com.
Nice hustle, son.
Weather's heating up. I'm pulling out my short shorts and declaring it hot grill summer. And when I'm the one manning the grill, I'm serving up Redbird Farms chicken burgers. When those fresh, juicy, tender patties hit the grill, you can smell how flavorful and delicious they are. In both original and chili flavors, Redbird Farms chicken burgers are crowd pleasers. Find them at King Soopers, Safeway, and City Market. Redbird Farms chicken. What real chicken tastes like.
Redbird Farms.
Let's go in the paint.
Hey, Nuggets Nation, this is D-Mac. It's Mile High Playoff Basketball, the Nuggets and Timberwolves. Coming up after the game, we'll have a lot to discuss and debate. Let's get into it. I'm going to break down the action, check out the highlights, and take your calls, texts, and tweets. Let's talk about what's next for your Denver Nuggets.
In the paint after every Denver Nuggets game on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Broadcast from the Backus and Shanker studios.
The Broncos were the only team who had a round one grade on Nix. Everyone else had a backup caliber grade on him.
You're not going to steal my sunshine. Bo Nix will throw 25 touchdown passes this season. In year 2, he will lead the Broncos to the playoffs. In year 5, the Broncos will be a contending team for the Super Bowl.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 in the Backus and Shanker studios. Get 5-star representation with Backus and Shanker. Serious lawyers for the seriously injured.
It's Champions replacement window season, and we're celebrating with buy 2 windows, get 2 free. If your windows are drafty, difficult to operate, or costing you money on your energy bill, it's time to replace them. Champion Windows is here to help. Champion builds our own windows right here in the USA. We make the process easy. We help you choose the best design options for your home. We then build your project in our very own factory. Our install team manages your project every step of the way, and it's all backed by our lifetime guarantee. Turn your house into your dream home with more livable space in a new Champion sunroom, or enhance your curb appeal with new siding, now 30% off. Don't wait. This sale won't last long. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 30% off sunrooms and siding. Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit ChampionSaveNow.com to schedule a free in-home estimate today. All discounts apply to our regular prices. Select styles apply. Minimum purchase required. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
Mile High Playoff Basketball. Denver and Minnesota on the Altitude Radio Network.
15-3 run by Minnesota going back to the first. Downstairs we go to Katie Winchie.
Guys, I hadn't really seen this before, but interesting in that last Nuggets huddle, Michael Porter Jr. actually pulled everybody together and reminded them they're the defending champions. They are the best team in the world, the one that everyone wants to be. He said, don't let Minnesota go out there and dictate. Play our game. Make sure we're getting back on defense. So Michael Porter Jr. running that Nuggets huddle a little bit.
That's interesting. Jokic has it inside the arc, hands it off over to Murray. Murray from the 12-foot line. Jump shot won't go. Rebound down to Jokic. Got fouled from behind, no whistle. Loose ball comes down to Murray. Gets fouled on the pass, no whistle. Loose ball down to Peyton Watson. Watson back over to Murray. Again, another short clock. You got to jack one up. Murray 3 is an air ball. Holy cow. Outlet pass off over to McDaniels. Goes back behind him. Alexander Walker McDaniels. Sidestep back over to Walker. 3. Good. 19-point lead.
Yeah, Denver's begging for calls. They're not getting them. You see how the officials are going to ref this. You got to play beyond it.
Nuggets have 20 points in the basketball game. We played 3.5 minutes in the second quarter.
None.
Murray has it. No points for Denver in this period, says Scott. Runner up and in there for Jamal Murray. Nuggets are down by 17, 39-22. Alexander Walker has it the other way for Minnesota. Dribble handoff behind him over to Conley. Conley loops over his head. Nasri 3. That one's good again. It's the new Larry Bird. 20-point lead for Minnesota, their big lead of the night. And of the series. High left side is Nikola Jokic. Hands it off behind him over to Murray. Murray goes baseline. Dribbles through the lane. Throws it off to Watson. Watson against Nasri, poked away from behind. Loose ball grabbed by Porter. 5 on the shot clock. Another deep clock for Denver. Porter, Euro step, layup good.
We talked before the game, you got to start living at the rim, and finally 2 possessions in a row, you've done that.
42-24, Minnesota leads it by 18. Conley has it, peels off to the high left side, goes to the rim on Jokic, layup won't go. Rebound down to Murray. Murray gets it across the timeline. He's guarded out there by McDaniels. Backs him up to the 3-point line. Now he's guarded by Naz Reid. Throws it off over to Jokic. Murray's 3 blocked at the 3-point line. Grabbed by Murray. In the paint to Christian. Again, late in the clock. Porter, jumper good. 16-point lead for Minnesota. We've played 5 minutes now in the second period. Conley has it at the midcourt circle. He gets chased by Jamal Murray. I'm going to call foul on Jamal. Jamal lobbying for a tech here. Second foul on Murray. Clapping strong in the referee's face.
But Christian Brown, he missed that last shot. Got 2 minutes in the first quarter. Another 2 minutes here and out.
And it'll be Minnesota basketball on the side here. Edwards, inbound over to Anderson.
Travel.
Yeah. Hands it off behind him. Slow-mo, back over to Edwards. Edwards guarded by KCP. He gets to the dotted line. Touch foul. See, you can't do that. You got to stay consistent. You can't call a touch foul if you let these guys beat the hell out of each other.
Like to see the emails. Don't know if we'll get him. It was a foul. He reached in, crossed the arm. He was good. And then that one little step by and KCP didn't go with him, instead reached.
Free throw number 1 by Edwards is up and in. Ibotta is a proud local sponsor of the Denver Nuggets. Download the free app using code NUGGETS to start earning cash back on groceries and more tonight. Ibotta cash back every time you shop. Tonight's game also brought to you by Ball Corporation. The future's in your hands. Recycle it. Made one, missed one. Denver basketball coming back the other way. Nuggets are down by 17. Murray has it off over to Jokic. He leans into Karl Anthony Towns, spins on him. Bank shot is up and in.
Got fouled again, no call.
43-28. Denver down by 15. Conley has it up the left side. Conley's kind of gotten to Jamal's head a little bit here. He throws it off over to Towns. Drives in on Denver. And a foul called on Jokic going for the block. Second foul on Joker.
But again, that's Murray's fault. He's guarding Towns. He goes around him and kind of just now gives Towns a layup into the lane. Joker kind of wards that arm off and bodies Towns.
Nuggets basketball brought to you by Ameristar Blackhawk. Nestled in the base of the Rocky Mountains, Ameristar Blackhawk is the perfect place to do it all. Free throw number 1 by Towns is up and in. Nuggets basketball also brought to you by Plumline Services for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, and drain cleaning needs. Go to plumlineservices.com. Servicing Castle Rock to Fort Collins. Service at home, servants at hearts. Second free throw coming up here by Towns.
6:09 to go. Fouls. Denver with 4. Minnesota with 0.
17-point lead here for Minnesota, 45-28. Second free throw by Towns is good. Inbound goes to Nikola Jokic. Jokic dribble handoff over to Porter, back over to Murray. Now on free throw line extended, it's Jokic guarded by Towns, loses the basketball, late whistle, and a foul finally called against Minnesota here.
Probably number 3. That's the first foul of Minnesota. Joker going to the free throw line like he's going to get free throws. I thought he was still dribbling.
Yeah, I did too. Denver basketball on the side. A little over halfway home here in the second quarter. And here we go. KCP inbound over to Aaron Gordon. He gets a hard pick there by Jokic. Back over to Jokic on the pick and roll. Got fouled again by Towns.
Oh, this is Anderson reaching in.
It's on Anderson.
They're not going to foul Towns. Rudy Gobert's at home.
Once again, Denver basketball on the side here. This time the shot clock reset to 14. The inbound goes to Jamal Murray in the corner. Or gets double picks here. Moves off of that. Murray stops at the dotted line. Floater won't go. Rebound comes down to Conley. Right side over to Edwards. Back to Conley. Foul called on KCP now.
Jamal Murray now 1 of 9 shooting.
And this will be free throws coming up here for Anthony Edwards.
Ooh, that's a weak call too.
Season ticket memberships are selling out fast. Less than 250 season plans remain. Secure your seats before they're gone. Membership plans include playoff pre-sale access and many other great benefits. Nuggets basketball also brought to you by Central City. Take I-70 to exit 243 in the Central City Casino Parkway. Couple of substitutions here.
Taking Conley out. Ant or Alexander Walker will now be your point guard. Sometimes they'll have Kyle Anderson kind of run that point forward.
Edwards' free throw is up and in, and this will put Minnesota back in the lead by 19, 47-28. As Denver continues not to get anything going on the offensive end, just 36%. Jokic has it, loses the basketball. It's kicked by Porter right over to Gordon. 7 on the clock. Back over to Jokic, guarded by Towns. He gets into the dotted line. Jump shot, alley-oop, dunk, 2 hands. Aaron Gordon.
I have no idea how he saw Aaron Gordon on that one right there.
I don't either.
He's getting bumped and pushed, folks. No calls, but he's still playing.
There's a flop by Kyle Anderson. Edwards has it on the high right side. Anderson over to Edwards. Back on top to Towns. Towns drives in on Porter. Euro step. He travels. Blocked by Porter. Towns put it back up. Missed that. Loose ball back to Towns. Layup good. Somebody threw it. Oh, a fan threw a towel on the floor because he's pissed off at the ref.
The Joker had the rebound. They're showing the replay. Let's see if he got bumped. Good rebound. He just never had it clean in his hand.
I think a fan threw that towel. It doesn't matter.
But it was one of those cats on right by the bench because it was a Nuggets towel. Blame the ball boy.
19-point lead now for Minnesota. And here comes Reggie Jackson. Jackson has it left side of the midcourt circle. Gets a high pick from Jokic, moves off of that. Reggie driving it into the corner. Over to Casey. Back on top, Porter. Head fake on Towns. Back over to, and then a turnover. KCP. Edwards has it the other way. Edwards backs up KCP. Turns the corner. He's inside the arc. Jump shots on another foul on them. Third foul on KCP.
Denver, listen, these 4 minutes couldn't happen any faster. Denver completely lost composure in this first half. Kind of a touch foul, not much there, but
I cannot believe nobody's been teed up yet. Edwards to the free throw line. First one is up and in for him. Here comes Naz Reid.
Folks, there's 4 minutes to go in the half. Denver scored 30 points. So we can sit there and say, and they've given up 50. I've said all the time this year, when Denver's offense goes south, their defense usually travels with it.
Right.
But offensively, and give Minnesota credit, this is the ugliest I've seen Denver look in a while.
Second free throw won't go. Flat-footed rebound comes down to Nikola Jokic. Outlet pass off over to Aaron Gordon. We hope it's one of those games where it's a tale of 2 halves. Here comes Gordon. Gordon goes to the left hand of the rim, leans in, layup no good. Put back Reggie won't go. Loose ball down to McDaniels. Outlet pass Edwards right to the rack on Porter. Layup is good.
They finish. They really finish at the rim.
Reggie Jackson has it right to the rim. This pass deflected to Gordon. Gordon goes baseline, spin move, throws out of it. Reggie 3. That one's no good.
Denver started off pretty good from the 3. Now 3 of 13.
Anthony Edwards has it inside the arc, guarded by Aaron Gordon. He's on the high right side. He goes to the right hand, drives in past Gordon, layup good.
I'm not sure why Aaron Gordon is giving him so much right hand, and he got mad, Michael Malone, at Michael Porter for not cutting the drive off.
Timeout Malone again. Denver's down by 24 on the Altitude Radio Network.
Let's go in the paint.
Hey, Nuggets Nation, this is D-Mac. It's Mile High Playoff Basketball, the Nuggets and Timberwolves. Coming up after the game, we'll have a lot to discuss and debate. Let's get into it. I'm going to break down the action, check out the highlights, and take your calls, texts, and tweets. Let's talk about what's next for your Denver Nuggets.
In the paint after every Denver Nuggets game on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
There is a reason so many homeowners across the Front Range continue putting their trust in Plumline Services. For 25 years and counting, Plumline has been here, partnering with great brands like Carrier to make our lives easier. With dedicated service from Castle Rock to Fort Collins and plum crazy pricing on plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, and drain cleaning, Plumline Services is here for you. Plumline and Carrier, turn to the experts. Schedule your service online at plumlineservices.com. Plumline Services. Service at home, servants at heart.
Tyler from Wendy's here. The best part of Wendy's new Cinnabon Pull-Apart is every part. Unlike mornings, which have no good parts. Until now. Because with Wendy's new breakfast Cinnabon Pull-Apart, mornings finally don't completely suck. And now that mornings have warm cinnamon sugar rolled dough and ooey gooey frosting, are they the best part of every day? Probably not, but you get the idea. Get to Wendy's today and get the best part in every bite with the new Cinnabon Pull-Apart.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, Cinnabon is a registered trademark of Cinnabon Franchise or SPV LLC.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck. GMC Sierra. With available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck. GMC's continued commitment to professional-grade engineering is on full display at your Colorado GMC dealers. Come take a test drive today and see for yourself. We are professional-grade GMC.
Hey, Nuggets fans, did you know that nearly 75% of all aluminum ever produced is still in use today? Which means every time you recycle a Ball aluminum can, it gets to come back. For every nail biter, every triumph for the ages, and all the great moments to come, Ball is the official sustainability partner of the Denver Nuggets. So join the recycling revolution. The future is in your hands. Recycle it.
Update your appliances today and save big at Mountain High Appliances Clearance Center. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Get unbelievable prices on refrigerators, dishwashers, washers and dryers, ranges, and more on popular brands from KitchenAid, JennAir, Bosch, Sub-Zero Wolf, and many more. Whether you're looking for new, in a box, discontinued, or scratch and dent, our clearance center has it all. Visit us today in Denver or online at mountainhighappliance.com.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
Denver Nuggets playoff basketball. The Nuggets and Timberwolves on the Altitude Radio Network.
Rule the realm with the new Game of Thrones scratch game from the Colorado Lottery. You could win a fortune up to $200,000. While we have a moment, 10 seconds for legal ID on the Altitude Radio Network.
KKSE-FM Broomfield, Denver. This is Denver Nuggets basketball. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Jamal Murray has the basketball across the timeline here for Denver. Nuggets down by 24. Inside the arc, it's Jokic. Jokic guarded by Naz Reid. Back on the right side over to Jamal Murray. Murray goes to the left hand, throws it back off over to Joker. He drives in on Reid. Jump past the corner, three-pointer Holiday. That one's good.
Well, Joker's looking for that three right now. He had a little left-hand ease. Second three Holiday is made on a kick out by Joker.
21-point lead here. Just a second bucket by Denver's bench, by the way, in the first half. Edwards head fake on the three. Throws it off to Anderson. Back to Edwards and a dunk with two hands.
And Murray slow to help.
Inbound goes over to Nikola Jokic. Leaves it back behind him over to Murray. Murray gets a high pick there from Joker. Moves off of that. He's at the paint. Jump shot from 10. Won't go. Rebound off the legs of Jokic and out of bounds.
Murray now 1 of 10. Again, a chance could have dropped that off down low. Didn't do it. Another struggle night here for Jamal.
Alexander Walker, dribble handoff behind him over to McDaniels. Inside the arc, it's Reid. Ball poked away from behind by Murray. Loose ball comes down to Gordon. In the middle to Jokic. Spin move, and he throws it away. 9 turnovers in the first half here for Denver. Telling you what, man, forget the playoffs. This is like the worst half I think they've played all year.
4 turnover for Joker, who, by the way, I believe during the regular season averaged more turnovers than assists against Minnesota.
At the midcourt circle is Anthony Edwards. He throws it on the left side. Alexander Walker to Naz Reid. Three-pointer. He finally missed one. Rebound swatted out by Anderson, but it comes right to Justin Holiday. Outlet pass off over to Jamal Murray. Good, strong pick by Jokic, and that's going to be a foul on McDaniels trying to fight his way through it.
When a defense guys can get the offensive guy with the basketball, especially on half court, to always turn his back to the basket.
Right, that's a problem.
They've won.
Yeah. Conley going to come back in. 3 fouls on McDaniels, and he'll come out. And here comes Towns. And Anderson will go out. Here we go. Holiday looks in, throws it in, over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon off to a cutter. Porter falls down, gets back up.
Oh, he didn't want to shoot.
Throws it in the paint over to Jokic. Hook shot blocked by Reed. Joker got it back, stripped out of his hands. Joker got it back. Left-handed hook shot won't go.
Well, got hammered. Joker yet to have a free throw tonight. Got beat up on twice. Doesn't matter. Part of what's going on.
Edwards has it. The ball kicked. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Denver. And here we go. Anthony Edwards looks in. Inbound goes over to Mike Conley. Conley guarded by Porter. Throws it off on the right side over to Anthony Edwards. Back on top to Conley, the three. Jumper misses. Tipped up and in by Towns. Offensive basket interference.
And you know what? It was good goaltending call, but Porter, Jamal, and Gordon just kind of standing flat foot under the basket.
That looked out of the cylinder. When you look at the replay, yeah.
Yeah, they could always challenge it.
No challenges at all here, and no technicals, which shocks me in the first half. Inbound goes to Jamal Murray. The Nuggets are down by 23 points. We have 1 minute to go in the first half. Murray has it, gets a high pick from Jokic, and he throws it away. 10th turnover the first half. Edwards peels off inside the corner, throws out of it. Three-pointers on the way. Jumpers up and in by Jaden McDaniels. I'm sorry, that was Alexander Walker. Back the other way comes Murray. Murray has it over to Justin Holiday. Right side now it's Porter. Denver can go 2 for 1. He throws it on top over to Jokic. Back over to Porter. Loses the basketball. It's a leak out for Edwards. Dunk. 2 hands. 28-point lead for Minnesota. The Denver Nuggets have amassed 33 points in the first half, and this is their final possession. Left side of the midcourt circle is Jamal Murray. High pick there from Nikola Jokic. He moves off of that. Murray, head fake. Shot clock at 7. In the paint to Joker. Not going to count. Foul first.
Well, they didn't have one to give. Too bad, because it would have been an and one. Well, Denver, you said Denver's worst half of the year, but there was a whole lot of quit out there in this quarter, if we're being real super honest.
Yeah, for sure. 28-point lead here for Minnesota. Remember, one of the keys to the game was get off to a good start. How's that treat you?
Get off to a good third quarter.
Yeah, that better be third quarter of the year.
You scored 34 points.
Yeah, you need that in both the third and fourth quarter even to be close in this basketball game. Free throw number 1 by Joker is up and in. He'll have one more. Mark Bertinoli has their halftime show coming up here in mere moments. Second free throw by Joke. And that one's good. He got the roll. Shot clock's turned off. Karl Anthony Towns inbound over to Anthony Edwards. 9 seconds to go. He's guarded by Justin Holiday. He goes to the rim. Kick out 3. Walker. Missed it. Rebound tapped, and there's the horn. Ooh. Wow. Ouch, people. That is absolutely brutal by Denver in the first half here in game number 2. Nuggets are getting rolled. They're down by 26. Halftime show with Mark Bertinoli. Up next on the Altitude Radio Network.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
Stolen by Denver. Nuggets have the numbers 3-on-1. Murray Brown layup good.
Nuggets halftime is next on the Altitude Radio Network.
You're aggressive, and I got your back.
Where does a journey to wellness begin? Do you start looking for diet ideas? Or searching for exercise plans? Actually, you don't have to look far. Just look to the first 2 letters of the word wellness. We means you don't have to figure it out yourself. It means your hopes and challenges are a perfect match for our knowledge and resources. It means anything you want to achieve, together, we can achieve better. Because wellness begins with we. Intermountain Health, the power of we.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Every fan of every team.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone who follows LeBron, Tatum, and Embiid in the app. Every warrior who's ready to go to battle over 3-point percentages. Every streetwear king who's here for the tunnel fits. Every young buck, nugget, and grizzly who wants to take a peek behind the scenes of the league. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth. Download the NBA app today. Available in the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Does your job work, or is it rewarding? I'm Sergeant Rice at the Colorado State Patrol, and we're looking for new team members who are problem solvers and like helping others. Apply now, and by this time next year, you could be a Colorado State Trooper with a mobile office and making a difference. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open at csp.colorado.gov/employment.
Looking for some fun and excitement day or night? Grab those crazy friends and family and head up to Central City. Visit a craft brewery, try a new Asian restaurant, explore shops and galleries too. Celebrate the perks of adulthood, Central City style, with hundreds of slots, table games, sports books, live entertainment, and bars open 24/7. You can even grab a hotel room too. Take the quick, easy Central City Parkway, I-70 to exit 243. Your 4 lanes to fun.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
What's up, baby? What's up, MVP? Yeah, boy!
This is the Intermountain Healthcare Halftime Show.
Energy, get your spirit. Let's go take this game. Okay?
On the Altitude Radio Network, here's Mark Bertinoli.
This halftime report is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Welcome. Along with Jordan Berg back at our flagship station and Cole Smith here with me at Ball Arena. I'm Mark Bertinoli coming to you live from the main atrium. And after 2 quarters of hoops in game 2, I don't know what's going on. This first half of basketball for the Denver Nuggets was... I got no words. That was bad basketball. This is crazy. The Minnesota Timberwolves lead the Denver Nuggets 61-35 at halftime. Minnesota has 36 combined points from Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. Right now, Aaron Gordon leading the way for the Nuggets with 15. But Denver's shooting it at 32%. Minnesota's shooting it at 54%. And they are letting them play. It is a physical game. They're not calling anything tonight. And I appreciate that. They're going to let the players decide it on the court. But Minnesota dominated the first half of this game. All right, coming up here at halftime, we will go over what else happened in the NBA tonight. Kind of a wild game over in the Eastern Conference earlier. We got some Stanley Cup playoff hockey as well, but let's go ahead and listen to the highlights, if that's what you want to call them, from the first half of this game. Okay, game 2, Nuggets and Timberwolves. Minnesota comes in with a 1-0 series lead. Minnesota has won 5 straight playoff games after they swept Phoenix and then won game 1 against Denver. So the Nuggets looking to bounce back and even the series up so it doesn't go to Minnesota, with the Timberwolves leading 2-0. And in the first quarter, in the opening minutes of the first quarter, we have one of the few Denver Nugget highlights. Here's Aaron Gordon.
Reed, head fake, spin move on Jokic, dips his shoulder, layup won't go. Good defense. Rebound comes down to Jamal Murray. Murray jump pass right side, Gordon another 3. Got it again. Nuggets are within 1. 2 3-pointers in the first quarter for Aaron Gordon, who came to play.
Aaron Gordon, 15 points in 20 minutes, and it was a close contest at that point, but the Minnesota Timberwolves would start the takeover.
Back the other way comes Denver. Jokic has it inside the arc. Dump off pass down low, another turnover by Denver as Holiday couldn't hang on to the ball. Front court, Monte 3. Short, no good. Rebound, Anderson, and he put it up and in between 3 Nugget rebounders.
It was the end of the first quarter and the start of the second quarter that really changed this game. The Minnesota Timberwolves had a 28-20 lead after the first quarter, and that was part of an 18-3 run that Minnesota went on at the end of the first and the start of the second. And the Nuggets would miss 11 straight shots during that span, and it was just chaos for the Nuggets and turnovers, and all of that would lead to this.
Murray, short clock again. You got to shoot it. Watson forces a three, hit the side of the back.
Here, they get so much time on the double team, no answer. Then you come out and no one stands. Gordon comes to set a pick and roll, and there's no pick. You got to start blasting people to get off your point guard. If you're going to play soft, they're going to pound you.
7 turnovers for Denver, and we're just underway in the second quarter.
Nuggets have 9 turnovers at halftime of this game, and every single Nugget is a minus. Every single Nugget starter is a double-digit minus. AG minus 25, Mike's minus 21, Joker's minus 18, Jamal's minus 18. Matter of fact, Jamal Murray is 1 of 10 from the field. In 18 minutes, he is 0 of 3 from three-point land in this game. And the Minnesota Timberwolves took advantage. And here's Karl Anthony for 3. And I don't know what's going on because Minnesota is rolling.
Crossover move, Gordon. A lot of one-on-one again. Gets down the lane. Layup won't go.
Another missed layup. 3 in a row.
Rebound comes down to McDaniels. McDaniels shovel pass off over to Karl Anthony Towns for 3. Jumpers up and in. Denver is down by 16 points, and they are getting absolutely smacked in the face by the Minnesota Timberwolves. This thing is not even close.
Timberwolves dominate the first half. Minnesota has a 61-35 lead over Denver after the opening 2 quarters. Nuggets basketball is brought to you by Central City. Take I-70 at exit 243 in the Central City Casino Parkway. Your 4 lanes to fun. We'll continue with your Nuggets halftime report after a break on the Altitude Radio Network.
Intermountain Healthcare Halftime Show on the Altitude Radio Network.
Come to McDonald Mazda and find out why we've been Colorado's trusted Mazda dealer since 1988. Right now, you can get great deals on new Mazdas like 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on the 2024 Mazda CX-30. Or lease the electrified 2024 Mazda CX-90 PHEV for $248 per month for up to 24 months. These offers end April 30th, so don't wait. Stop by your local McDonald Mazda store in Littleton, Lakewood, and Longmont, or go to McDonaldMazda.com. Not all customers qualify with approved credit. Contact dealer for complete details.
Let's go, Ball Arena! Get on your feet! Nuggets fans, don't miss out. 2024-25 Denver Nuggets season ticket memberships are selling out fast. There are less than 100 season plans left. Last season's membership sold out, so get them before they're gone. Membership plans include playoff pre-sale access and many other great benefits. Score your membership today at Nuggets.com.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
The NBA playoffs are here, and we all know playoff mode is a thing. Listen to the evidence. Playoff crowds are going wild. Playoff players are lighting up the court. Even your speakers are in playoff mode. Okay, we'll take it down a notch, but just a notch, because this is turn it up to 11 NBA playoffs. Playoff mode is clearly a thing.
This is what you love about playoff basketball.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel continue on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
The Intermountain Healthcare Halftime Show on the Altitude Radio Network.
Join Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 for a Game 3 viewing party on Friday night at Stoney's on Lincoln. Live broadcast starts at 6 p.m. and we'll have awesome prizes to give away all night. Stoney's on Lincoln on Friday night, presented by White Claw. See you there. Welcome back to your halftime report, where the Nuggets are getting house right now as Minnesota leads 61-35. Scores around the NBA. There's one other playoff game tonight, and it was kind of a fun one between the Knicks and the Pacers. The Pacers led most of the game, but the Knicks get the 121-117 win. Take a 1-0 series lead as Jalen Brunson scores 43 points, and he scored 21 of those 43 in the fourth quarter. At least I think it was 21. Let me make sure before yeah, he scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks get the win over Indiana, as the Pacers looked good in that game until the fourth quarter rolled around, and the Knicks have a 1-0 series lead. Over in the Stanley Cup playoffs, we have one game tonight. We'll have the Avs back in action tomorrow when the Avalanche play game one of their second round series. They'll be in Dallas to open a series against the Stars. But tonight, it was the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers in a rematch of last season's first round there in the East. The series that the Panthers won and shocked the Bruins after they had the best regular season in NHL history, got bounced in the first round. And tonight, Boston put a hurting on Florida. The Bruins there in Florida get the 5-1 win. Swayman with 38 saves, and Boston a dominant game one performance. They have a 1-0 series lead over Florida. Nuggets Nation, when new customers bet up to $100 with Fanatic Sportsbook, they'll get up to $100 in bonus bets every day for the first 10 days, win or lose. Terms apply. Download the Fanatic Sportsbook app tonight. In our contest, the Denver Nuggets trail the Minnesota Timberwolves 61-35 at the half. Karl Anthony Towns, 8 of 11, 20 points in 18 minutes. He also has 5 rebounds. Anthony Edwards is 6 of 9 from the field. He has scored 16 points as Minnesota is shooting 54% from the field and 41% for 3. For the Nuggets, your leading scorer is Aaron Gordon with 15 points. The Nuggets are shooting 32% from the field and 28% from 3, and they trail 61-35 here at halftime of Game 2. Jason Kosmiski and Scott Hastings with the second half coming at you next right here on the Altitude Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Francisco from Ryan House. How about tonight I cook dinner for you?
For me?
Sure.
How about us?
Why not? I got a menu that can't miss, including brats, of course, but we also have a menu that includes authentic pork schnitzel or traditional spätzle. I'll cook you a great dinner.
Sounds good.
Enjoy dinner at Rhinehouse, then play a little bocce to see who buys dessert. Rhinehouse, next to Wally's Wisconsin Tavern at 14th and Market.
I've always been a champion of Man Therapy, mental health for men, launched right here in Denver. Man Therapy takes a humorous and real approach to therapy. Every day, thousands of men and their loved ones turn to Man Therapy for information, for resources, tools. And now Man Therapy has launched the Man Therapist's Provider Directory, where men can find independent counselors who are passionate about working with men. If you're looking to find a therapist, or if you're a therapist looking to grow your practice, check out mantherapy.org.
At Berg Simpson, our team's tireless dedication sets us apart. With every client and every case, we prepare to go to trial. We're proud of the success, verdicts, and settlements we've gotten, and we'll continue to go the extra mile to get our clients the best possible outcome. Let Berg Simpson's team of experienced personal injury lawyers fight to get you the money you need and deserve.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan. It's who we are.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
We're going to set it off with this. Let's go. Let's go.
Come back again. Come back again.
It's time for the second half.
Now there's some life in this building.
Here's the voice of the Denver Nuggets, Jason Kosmiski.
All right, pick it up, Blue. Come on.
On the Altitude Radio Network.
Quarter of Nuggets basketball is brought to you by the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey, Tullamore Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Jason Kosmiski and Scott Hastings with you here Game number 2, and Scott, where do you even begin?
Well, guys, you got a sponsorship or anything you can read for some stats I can give you?
Yeah.
6 turnovers in that quarter for Denver. They shot 6 of 24, which is a bristling 25%, while allowing 11 of 19, which is a 58% clip. Minnesota 5 of 9, 56% in that quarter, shooting threes. Denver 1 of 6. Everything you could say is wrong or can go wrong went wrong for Denver in that second quarter. I put it this way. Minnesota's been more dominant physically, and Denver is wilted, to be honest with you, to that physical play.
That little nugget of the game brought to you by Redbird Farms.
Yeah.
What real chicken tastes like. More info at redbirdfarms.com. Here comes Anthony Edwards at the midcourt circle over to Conley. Towns has it on the high right side. He puts it on the floor. Little hook shots on the way, and that one misses. Rebound down to Jamal Murray. Basically, everybody's got to be better. Murray spin move. Throws out of it for 3 for Porter. Misses short. And the rebound fought for, grabbed by Towns. Saves it inbounds over to Mike Conley. Conley has it up the right sideline. Through the pocket over to Kyle Anderson. Hands it off. Dunk right-handed. Jaden McDaniels.
Got to get Jamal involved, not only offensively, 1 of 10, but right there, he's not giving you a lot defensively right now either.
The only way you can do it, there's a foul on Towns, is either get to the free throw line, but at some point, Scott, what are big runs that you see in the NBA? Like 16-0. You need one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big ask, but that's the only way you can do it.
20-3.
Yeah, that's about the only way you can do it. Aaron Gordon has the inbound over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic hands it off behind him over to Jamal Murray. Murray gets a pick from Jokic, moves off of that, wing jumper. That one's up and in finally for Jamal Murray, and that's just his second bucket of the night. Kyle Anderson hands it off behind him over to Anthony Edwards. Now at the midcourt circle, it's Kyle Anderson. Again, no Rudy Gobert tonight on top of everything else. Jaden McDaniels runner, late whistle and a foul called on Denver, and Jamal Murray.
Well, they're trying to hide Jamal a little bit defensively, and whoever's on him just turn around and taking him to the basket. I mean, you're in the stretch point. You talked about that run a while ago, Cos.
Yeah.
You can't trade basket for basket.
No, 100%. You lose by 30. Free throw number 1 by McDaniels is up and in. He was scoreless in game number 1, was 0 of 7. It's his first career playoff game. Remember, Minnesota yet to lose in the postseason. Second free throw won't go, and the rebound comes down to Jamal Murray. Murray has it up the right sideline. He brings it back out over to the point, has it stripped out of his hands. Another turnover for Denver. Edwards, Conley, Edwards, and cut off by KCP. Nicely done. And he lost it out of bounds.
Well, listen, a lot of teams get up this big at half, and I know it's a playoff game. They kind of just take their foot off the pedal, and you've got to take advantage of it.
Jamal Murray does have 10 rebounds in this basketball game. Murray has it, down low to KCP, leans in on Anderson, blocked by Kyle, loose ball back over to Casey. He lobs it off over to Gordon, shoots over Conley. Jumper won't go, rebound down to Conley.
If you're posting up Conley, do you want a 16-foot turnaround jumper from a power forward?
Or do you want him to take it to the rim?
Yeah.
High right side is McDaniels. McDaniels drives in on Jokic, stepped out of bounds.
2 straight turnovers for Minnesota. Can Denver answer? They've yet.
I don't know, man. If Joker shoots 30 times in a row, make 25 of them.
And maybe get a call.
Here comes Gordon. He's on the high right side. Throws it off over to Joker inside the arc. Throws back behind him to Murray at the midcourt circle. He goes to the right hand. Now back over to the left hand. Anderson almost picked him. Now it's a short clock. Murray loses the basketball going up. Joker picks it up, hit the rim. That should have reset, by the way. That did hit the rim. Did I not see that right?
And again, Joker gets slapped on the arm and no call. Well, I'm not one of them guys that kind of give up early, but gosh dang, can I beat the crowd?
Yeah. Here comes Conley. Conley has it, throws it on the high left side over to McDaniels. McDaniels guarded by Jamal Murray. Throws it off over to Conley. He'll take a 3. That one's no good. Rebound Towns. Good box out on Porter. And the putback layup is up and in. 67-37 is the score here in Denver.
29.
Jokic hands it off over to Murray. Murray picks up the dribble.
See, look at the no spacing. Then he turns it away again.
Behind the back bounce pass, left-handed by Murray. He throws it away. McDaniels to the rim, leans in. Layup won't go. There's a foul on McDaniels trying to get it back from Murray. It's 4 on him. Alexander Walker going to come in the game, and Jaden McDaniels more than likely done for the third quarter here.
Still haven't just put Joker on the block.
Yeah.
Get down there, throw it on the block. Let's see how they play it. Still get him away from the basket too much.
KCP hands it off over to Aaron Gordon. Crossover move, poked away from behind by Anderson.
Well, they have got, I tell you what, they have been on point all the time with that reach from behind, knock it away play, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Minnesota's played great.
Yeah, I got to give that to them.
Porter lobs it in over to Jokic. Jokic at the dotted line. Jump shot, no good. He got fouled by Towns.
Third foul on Towns.
And this will put Joker to the free throw line, and he'll get a couple of them. Free throw number 1 for Joker. That one is up and in. Jokic tonight, 3 of 9 shooting, 0 of 1 from downtown, 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Denver's bench, 6 points.
All from Justin Holiday, 2 threes.
19 from the bench for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Second free throw is good. Nuggets still haven't got to 40 points yet.
Wow.
Conley has a dribble handoff over to Alexander Walker. Towns, left side over to Conley. Conley through the pocket to Anderson. Right side, Edwards 3. Short, no good. Long rebound out to Anderson. Off over to Edwards. Gets down the lane. Layup is good. And the Nuggets are down 68-39. Nikola Jokic has it across the timeline. He gets down the lane, leans in, layup is up and in.
Yeah, now you got to get a stop, though. And again, that long rebound, everybody's kind of watched it. Denver did not come to play, which is just baffling.
It is extremely baffling. Edwards has it. Throws it down low to Kyle Anderson. Layup is up and in. Denver down by 29 again. The thing is you got to make some kind of a dent in this third quarter. With this lead, you have no shot heading into the fourth. Bounce pass off over to Joker, gets double teamed, kick out 3 to KCP. That one is glass only.
On the other side of the rim.
Rebound down to Anderson. Anderson goes to the left hand in the corner. Walker 3. That one's good, and Denver's getting blown out in game number 2. They are down by 32 points at home. Timeout Malone on the Altitude Radio Network.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck. GMC Sierra. With available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck. GMC's continued commitment to professional-grade engineering is on full display at your Colorado GMC dealers. Come take a test drive today and see for yourself. We are professional-grade GMC.
Headed up the hill for some fun and excitement? In Central City, guests come first. Want to play craps? They'll make room for you at the table. Don't get sports betting? They'll teach you. Like steak? They'll cook it just right. There's lots of casino options, too. Colorado owned and operated, Asian-themed, craft brewery-focused, and casino hotels, too. So next time you're going up the hill, take the quick and easy drive to Central City. I-70 to exit 243 and the Central City Parkway. Your 4 lanes to fun.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Level up your breakfast at McDonald's and enjoy one of our tasty new bagel sandwiches, like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, or bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and pair it with an iced coffee at participating McDonald's.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 brings you Mile High Playoff Basketball.
Hey Denver, it's Andy Lindahl of Kreckman and Lindahl. You've got the Timberwolves Game 2 on the radio and the Altitude Sports Radio app. Tomorrow, Nate and I will get into this game and talk about what's next in the series. Also, your well-rested Avs kick off a new series with Dallas tomorrow. We've got it covered. Tomorrow at 3.
Kreckman and Lindahl. Weekdays 3 to 6. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Broadcast from the Backus and Shanker Studios.
Dallas didn't really score all that much in that series. Now, they obviously scored enough, but if they're banking on beating the Avs 2-1, 3-2, I don't think it's going to work for them. Like, as much as Ottinger is a great goalie, and he is, the Avs will find a way to beat that offensively.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 in the Backus and Shanker Studios. Get 5-star representation with Backus and Shanker. Serious lawyers for the seriously injured.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord, both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023.
See dealer for financing details. Car and Driver, December 2023, based on 2023 brand image scores from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Mile High Playoff Basketball. Denver and Minnesota on the Altitude Radio Network.
Copyrighted broadcast to the this copyrighted broadcast of the Denver Nuggets. I guess I'm not bringing my A game either. Brought to you by the law firm of Berg Simpson, reminding you any rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Nuggets or the NBA. When the game is on the line, go to BergSimpson.com. That's BURGSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Listen, 11 straight threes, Kaz, and you got this thing right here. You got to have faith.
Here comes Jamal Murray. Murray has it at the point, throws it inside the arc over to Holiday. Hands it off to Porter. Here's the first one. Good. 10 more to go.
10 more.
73-44 is the score. We're in the third quarter. Less than 7 minutes to go in it. Anthony Edwards hands it off over to Conley. Conley throws it on the right side over to Naz Reid. Back over to Anthony Edwards. On top over to Conley. Conley goes to the right hand, to the rim, leans in, layup good.
Just seeing that pick and roll, and if you're not stepping out, I was surprised. I thought from last game you would step out hard on all pick and rolls, and Denver decided not to do that.
Jamal Murray has it at the midcourt circle for Denver. He's got it out there by Alexander Walker. Gets down the lane, got fouled, missed a runner. And that'll be, they're going to give him free throws here, are they?
Yeah, getting 2 free throws means that little finger roll would have gone in, could have been a 3-point play. That'd have been down to 9.
Right now, I think Aaron Gordon is Denver's leading scorer. Free throw number 1 is on the way. That one's up and in for Jamal Murray. That'll be his 5th point of the evening.
Murray 5, Michael was 7, and KCP was 0. The best starting 5 in basketball. Really haven't had all 5 in tune, really, the entire playoff show.
Right. Not even against the Lakers. Second free throw by Jamal is up and in. Nuggets are down 75-46. Conley has it at the logo on the high left side, on top over to Anderson. Anderson's inside the arc, lobs it down over to Anthony Edwards. Edwards behind him, Naz Reid 3. Jumper's good.
And Michael just left Naz Reid all alone and just kicked it out to him. Naz now 4 of 5 in the 3-point line, Cost.
32-point lead for Minnesota.
Okay, we're back up to needing 11 again.
KCP has it inside the arc. Long 2. Jumper's up and in, and he's on the board. That's his first points of the night. That'll cut the lead down to 30. Conley has it on the high right side. Dribble handoff back behind him over to McDaniels. McDaniels left side now is Anthony Edwards. Edwards steps through a defender in the corner. Naz Reid, head fake on the 3. Hook shot instead won't go. Tip by Anderson won't go. The rebound comes down to Michael Porter Jr. He has it in the front court over to Holiday. Holiday in the paint to Jokic. He beat Reid. Layup is up and in.
He got grabbed on the inbound pass. That's okay, no call. And then he spun inside with a little layup.
Now a timeout call by Micah Norrie. 28-point lead for Minnesota. 5:03 left to go in the third on the Altitude Radio Network.
Hey, Nuggets Nation, it's Christopher Dempsey. You've got the Nuggets and Timberwolves Game 2. Coming up tomorrow, join Alex, Ryanemi, and me. We'll be talking about tonight's game. What will this series look like after tonight? Also, tomorrow's Avs and Stars Game 1. We're going to get you set for that. Raj has a lot of thoughts on how these two teams match up. Dempsey and Company, 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Dempsey and Company, weekdays 10 to noon. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Burgers are a classic summer dish for a reason, but they can be a little overdone, you know? Literally. When you want to shake up your routine and try something a little different, you got to try Redbird Farms frozen chicken burgers. Made with antibiotic-free, vegetarian-fed, humanely raised and cage-free chicken. Redbird Farms chicken burgers always hit the spot. Pile those juicy, flavorful, and delicious chicken burgers with your favorite toppings and have a better burger. Find Redbird Farms frozen chicken burgers at King Soopers, Safeway, and City Market.
Redbird Farms.
Mark Springer here for Bet365, and at Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only, must be present in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Colorado sports fans, Vic Lombardi here letting you know Altitude Sports is streaming on Fubo. You can watch the Nuggets, the Avalanche, and more sports, shows, movies, news, all of it, over 350 channels, streaming live on your television, phone, and other devices. No cable required. Best part, you can try Fubo for free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
Nuggets Nation, it's time for Mile High Playoffs. Get geared up at Altitude Authentics, the #1 place for Nuggets, jerseys, t-shirts, hats, and more. Shop online at AltitudeAuthentics.com or in store for the best prices and best selection of Nuggets playoff gear. Save big this Mother's Day at Safeway. Celebrate Mom with fresh cut flowers and chocolate tip strawberries. Safeway has your celebration covered. Download the new and improved Safeway app for the latest deals, rewards, and perks.
Hey, Colorado. At Phil Long Ford of Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center, we take your business further. With Colorado's largest selection of work-ready trucks, flatbeds, service bodies, cargo vans, and passenger vans, our commercial experts are here to help you every step of the way. We'll find the perfect vehicle for all your business needs. That's why Colorado businesses drive Phil Long Ford of Denver. Go online at phillongdenver.com or come see us at 7977 West Tufts off Wadsworth, just south of Hampton.
Denver Nuggets playoff basketball. The Nuggets and Timberwolves on the Altitude Radio Network.
Technical foul on Aaron Gordon right before the timeout. I think me and Scotty both missed that one.
Well, and listen, you're down 28, and you know, you've cut it down for 32. Really no need at this point.
Right. So Mike Conley will take the technical free throw. And that one's good. Let's go downstairs to Katie Wingy. Katie.
We're up at Aaron Gordon technical. It was after the teams had really already gone to their benches, and Aaron Gordon left the Nuggets bench and went to talk to one of the officials. Near half court there, security had to get involved. Colin Gillespie was holding him back from one of the officials, so he was unhappy with the way this game has been being called so far, I would say.
You think?
I tried to say it nicely.
That was very kind of you.
Thanks, Katie. Alexander Walker has it bottom part of the midcourt circle. Left side over to Conley. Conley goes to the baseline. Throws out of it to Walker. Top of the key is Naz Reid. Back over to Walker and a three. That one's no good. Rebound down to Anderson. It's amazing how Kyle Anderson's always in the right spot on
that ball bounced all the way to the three-point line, and he just steps out to grab it.
Anderson has it inside the arc against Holiday. Tough two, fight the clock, jumpers up and in.
Another second chance opportunity points. 14 now for Minnesota.
Denver down by 30 again, and here comes Jamal Murray. Murray has it left side of the midcourt circle. Throws it off inside the arc over to Joker. Hands off behind him.
That's a foul.
Three-pointer. Missed it.
That's a foul.
Edwards.
And he's like, what did I do? Well, you can't grab the screener to go around him and pull him off his spot. They've been calling that actually all year, just for the first time tonight. Joker will get free throws.
So two of them coming up here for Nikola Jokic. Jokic tonight, 5 of 12 shootings, taking 1 3-pointer. He missed that. 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Free throw number 1 for him is up and in. Karl Anthony Towns, Monte Morris come back on the floor now for Minnesota.
Edwards still arguing the foul. I mean, that's obvious. 29 calls down to 10 threes in a row. Boom, you're back in this thing, and who knows?
I'm still rooting for a 16-0 run.
Make it a
so you count threes, I'll count one.
Make it a fourth quarter game. If there's any way to do that, you got to cut down at least 10 points here in this last 4 minutes.
Maybe a little closer to 16. So that's a 2-0 run. So now see if the Nuggets can get it up to 16. Edwards has it. Throws it off in the corner. Nasri 3. Jumper won't go. See, now you get a. You only need is a 14-0 run. Here comes Jamal Murray. Murray stutter step, drive, leans in, layup good. It's a 4-0 run. Stop and buckets, man. Back the other way comes Monte Morris. Denver can get another stop here. Monte has it, throws it inside the arc over to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns guarded by Justin Holiday. Good defense there by Porter. Loses the basketball. Loose ball comes down to Jamal Murray. Murray goes to the rim. Throws out of it. 3-pointer. No, is deflected by KCP. Gets it back. KCP drives in on Monte Morris. Bank shot won't go. Tip won't go. And the rebound comes down to Towns.
A near turnover, and you got a wide open 3 on the kick out.
Monte Morris will take a 3. That was no good. Rebound down to KCP. Outlet pass off over to Justin Holiday. Remember, you're on a 4-0 run. You need 16-0. Jokic hands it off over to Holiday. Gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line, I believe. Yeah, that's her. They're in the bonus. Christian Brown going to come in for Denver.
5-1. They're 6-1 now. Fouls called this quarter in Denver's favor. They had 4 free throw attempts in the first half. This will be, I believe, 5 and 6. 6 and 7.
So Holiday to the free throw line. He's 2 of 3 shooting. 6 points for him off the bench. Free throw number 1 is up and in. That's a 5-0 run.
11 more.
See, but now it doesn't sound that hard, right?
No, it doesn't.
You know what I mean?
But that's basketball too. You're right.
Yeah. Second free throw is on the way. That one is no good. Rebound comes down to Towns.
Can't do that though.
Yeah, I know. Less than 3 minutes to go. So Denver's kind of running out of time here in the third quarter. Edwards has it on the right side. He shoves Jokic out of the way. Jumper won't go. Foul on Joker.
They weren't going to call anything, but Edwards screamed and just threw the ball up. They're going to see if they want to challenge it. They may be challenging this.
Yeah, look at Malone. He's out there. Let's see, and he's going to challenge that call. And see if here's your first look at it, Scotty.
Well, Edwards put his hand on top of Joker's and pulled back, and then he traveled on the shot.
Let's see if the Nuggets can win a challenge when we come back in 60 seconds on the Altitude Radio Network.
It's Champions replacement window season, and we're celebrating with buy 2 windows, get 2 free. If your windows are drafty, difficult to operate, or costing you money on your energy bill, it's time to replace them. Champion Windows is here to help. Champion builds our own windows right here in the USA. We make the process easy. We help you choose the best design options for your home. We then build your project in our very own factory. Our install team manages your project every step of the way, and it's all backed by our lifetime guarantee. Turn your house into your dream home with more livable space in a new Champion sunroom, or enhance your curb appeal with new siding, now 30% off. Don't wait. This sale won't last long. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 30% off sunrooms and siding. Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit ChampionSaveNow.com to schedule a free in-home estimate today. While discounts apply to our regular prices, select styles apply. Minimum purchase required. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
Mile High Playoff Basketball. Denver and Minnesota on the Altitude Radio Network.
This challenge by Denver brought to you by Fubo TV. Altitude Sports is streaming on Fubo. Watch the Nuggets and more live TV and sports without cable. Visit FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com. It's impossible to guess in today's NBA, Scott.
True.
You think the Nuggets will win this challenge?
Joker didn't have an arm out on Edwards at all. Edwards reached out to grab the arm of Joker. So in essence, in the letter of the law, it should be reversed and an offensive foul on Edwards. That being said, the executioner is also the judge and the jury.
Ed Malloy, the replay official tonight.
Well, he likes offensive fouls.
That's true. Here we go.
Upon review, it has been determined that Edwards initiated the contact by grabbing Jokic's arm first. Therefore, this will be called an offensive foul. The ball will be awarded to Denver. Free throw line extended, going the other way. As it was the third timeout of the period, Denver will receive their timeout back, and they have an additional coaching challenge.
Wow, that's big.
There you go.
LA's going, what do you mean I didn't get a timeout back?
Okay, so remember, we're looking for a 16-0 run, and right now Denver's at 5. Now what?
Armbar was slow getting off.
Security slow getting off the floor. Here we go. Inbound goes to Holiday. Holiday brings it up the left sideline. Dribble handoff over to Porter. Midcourt circle pass to Jamal Murray. Murray gets a pick from Jokic. He's got a gap to the rim. Has it knocked out of his hands, and a foul called on McDaniels, and now Minnesota might challenge this.
Well, Edwards is sitting there saying,
yeah, they're going to challenge.
They are going to challenge.
For me, that looked like a clean foul there. So back-to-back challenges here. We're back in 60 seconds on the Altitude Radio Network.
Hey, boss, we're almost ready, but I have 2 pieces of news. One bad and one really bad. Which one do you want to hear first?
Seriously? Okay, tell me the bad one first.
The grand opening is in 5 minutes, and a line of 100 people is already at the door.
Okay, we can handle that. And what's the really bad one?
The really bad news is that the internet keeps going down.
What? Oh, we need reliable internet.
Honey, it's just a bad dream. Wake up.
I had a nightmare. I couldn't open the cafe. The internet wasn't working.
Don't lose sleep over your business's internet. Get AT&T Internet Air for Business with easy setup today. Reliable nationwide internet with simple plans at low prices. So you can set it, forget it, and get back to business. And enjoy a good night's rest. Visit att.com/BizInternetAir today. AT&T Business.
Denver Nuggets playoff basketball. The Nuggets and Timberwolves on the Altitude Radio Network.
The ball is legally contacted by Alexander Walker, then going out of bounds off of Murray's leg. Therefore, it is a successful challenge. The ball will be awarded to Minnesota, and imminent possession will be awarded to Minnesota on the baseline. Minnesota receives their timeout back, as well as they have an additional challenge.
So back-to-back blown calls in the playoffs here by NBA officials.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
And that'll be Minnesota basketball coming back the other way.
Name who said that. Famous lines.
Gomer Pyle.
Oh, my gosh.
Get out.
You're good, you.
I watch a lot of TV. Even when it was black and white. Here comes Monte Morris. Dribble handoff over to Anthony Edwards. 80% of our listening audience is going, who the hell is Gomer Pyle?
Probably a timeout by Mike and Horgan again. I don't know, but it would have been certainly uplifting for this crowd that's had really nothing to cheer about.
Timberwolves get it down to Towns against MPJ. Jokic is right there to help if need be. He goes out to Monte. Right side Nas. 3-ball no. Rebound pops free to the three-point line, and Murray's got it. Jamal on the attack down the lane. Lost it on the way up. And the Timberwolves come away with it as it ricochets off the backboard. Timberwolves control. Monte Morris Anthony Edwards, Carl Anthony Towns, Nikhil Alexander Walker, and Naz Reid. Hands with it to the left side. He's sitting on 20 points, 6 assists. One-on-one against Jamal Murray, works to the baseline, fakes the spin back middle. Now he's doubled. He used up the dribble. Naz at the elbow, goes up with a jump hook and hits it.
Big shot.
That is a big shot. That stems a 12-2 run. 82-58. The Wolves are up by 24 points.
I love how Nikhil is picking up Jamal Murray, though. 94 feet. He's getting inbounds. He's right there.
Jamal runs it down the lane. Missed the layup too strong. Wolves have the rebound again. Again, the frustration starting to build for Murray, who's 3 of 14. And the drive. Bottled up. He'll kick it out. Naz takes a run down Main Street. Up with the left hand. Missed it. Rebound. Kept alive by Towns. Naz has it, then throws it away. MPJ with the steal. Michael Porter Jr. on the attack along the baseline. He lost the ball. Nikhil comes away with it. And Nikhil wants to calm things down. 8 seconds differential game clock shot clock.
Tremendous transparentism defense by Minnesota that time to get back and get that steal.
8 on the shot clock. Monte's calling for Ant to come get it. Now Ant does have it left side. Takes a drive. Back out Monte. 3 ball way offline. Wow. 9 seconds left. Jokic hit ahead. MPJ. Wow. The Wolves fell asleep there. That's about the only time that's happened tonight on a leak out quite like that. Crossing midcourt. Here's Naz. Takes a drive down the lane. Runs it up. No. And the horn will sound. And that'll do it through 3 quarters. The Timberwolves have a 22-point lead. Denver makes things interesting. A 14-4 burst to close the third quarter. We're back for the fourth quarter of Game 2 next on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Why do we say I'm into basketball? Because basketball's exciting. Like catching a T-shirt from a cannon. Or feeling the pulse of a packed arena. There's the in-your-face slam dunks. The highlight reel alley-oops. And the three-point buzzer beaters. It all gets your heart pounding. Just like playing the lottery. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Is it possible to conquer the unconquerable? Can artificial intelligence and data create a personalized gene roadmap just for you? Customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease? Is it possible? It already is. Because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
The NBA playoffs are here, and we all know playoff mode is a thing. Listen to the evidence. Playoff crowds are going wild. Playoff players are lighting up the court. Even your speakers are in playoff mode. Okay, we'll take it down a notch, but just a notch, because this is the turn it up to 11 NBA playoffs. Playoff mode is clearly a thing. Is what you love about playoff basketball. The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel continue on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
12 minutes up on the scoreboard. Fourth and final quarter about to get underway. The Timberwolves lead the Nuggets 82-60. Along with Jim Peterson, I'm Alan Horton. So glad you could join us here tonight for Game 2. If you're just joining us, where have you been? 82-60. The Wolves have led by as many as 32. They're currently up 22. They dominated the second half of Game 1, and the offense has picked up right where it left off in the second half of Game 1. And a big part of that was Naz Reid, who's continued his great play here in Game 2 tonight after the win on Game 1. Here's what he had to say about recovering from a poor first half.
No, I just never quit. I had a mediocre first half. I just never quit. I mean, that's kind of who I am now. I try to, make the best of whatever I can do, control what I can control, and I think I did that in the second half.
Nas also talked about the importance of gaining that first win in the series.
It was great. I mean, obviously you want to try and get as many wins on the road as possible. I think it was great for us to get this first win. Obviously we want to win the next game as well. But, we got to stay disciplined, stay solid, and keep putting in the work.
And Nas Reed has put in the work, Jim. Off the bench tonight, he's got 14 points in 22 minutes of play, and he's been a +9.
Yeah. He's been excellent, there's no doubt. He made that jump hook in the paint that stemmed the 12-2 tide. And so Minnesota here starting the fourth quarter with basically their starting lineup on the floor. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Nas Reed in the game. But Jaden's back in the game. Mike's out here with Karl Anthony Towns. This is an important, these are non-Jokic minutes here. Aaron Gordon has been, from a plus-minus standpoint, I'm minus 31 in this game. And as well as he played in the first quarter, he has not played well overall while he's been out there.
Jaden only was able to play 3 minutes and 14 seconds in the third quarter. He picked up his fourth foul. So here we go in the fourth quarter. It's Mike and Nickeil in the backcourt together with Jaden, Nas, and Kat. Meanwhile, Reggie Jackson is on the point here. Let's see, do they have not Murray and Jokic on the floor? Wow. Reggie Jackson against Nickeil. Up top, Michael Porter Jr. working against Jaden McDaniels. Got a hand on the hip. That's dangerous. Inside, MPJ. And a foul is called. He had the hook. He had the arm sitting right on his hip. And not surprised they made that call. That's 5 now on Jaden. I mean, he doesn't have a fistful of the jersey, but he's got his hand on that hip the entire time MPJ was backing him down. So the Nuggets have it from left to right here. Aaron Gordon, 15 points in the game, but 13 of those in the opening quarter. Jim just mentioned his minus 31. Reggie Jackson, right angle 3. So Michael Malone trying something here without some Jokic and Murray minutes. 11:22 left to go in the game. It's 82-63. Is now a 19-point game. It's the first time in the second half it's been under 20. Nas, little shoulder fake, a drive in, got it knocked away, out of bounds. It'll stay Timberwolves basketball. MPJ is signaling for a review. Does he fall into a category of a big?
He's a guard for me.
Okay, so
they know they get it back in bounds quickly, though. Minnesota still turns it over.
Anderson got a poke free. Here come the Nuggets on the move to the right side. It's Holiday. 3-ball no. And the rebound, Christian Brown's got it. Brown out. Reggie Jackson, good pump fake. Got a step on Conley. Kick back out to Brown. Now MPJ will just line up the 3 and misfire on that one. Boy, he rushed it a little bit there. Well, that's just fine with the Wolves. 10:50 left to play in the third. Mike will give it off to Karl Anthony Towns. Cat's got 22 points, 10 rebounds. They get it to Kyle on a post up against Justin Holiday left side. He's 18 feet out though. Hand off to Cat. No rumble baseline. Right through Holiday. Smart decision. It's a great recognition of personnel. I mean, Justin Holiday is just not going to get that call. He's not the size or strength to stop someone like Cat.
Minnesota doing a great job, too. Once Kyle got it in the mid-post that time, split action that time between Towns and Mike Conley, Carl came and got that handoff and went right to the rim and drew the foul.
All right, our statistician Dan Collins has been keeping track of this. It's something that we looked at in Game 1. In Game 1, when Murray and Jokic were on the floor together, they were a minus 27 in 27 minutes. In the regular season, those two of any duo in the league, plus 15.
You would think that, yes.
And they went minus 27 in 27 minutes. Tonight, they're a minus 2 during their time. Here's Reggie Jackson up top to Michael Porter Jr. Back up top, here's Christian Brown. Brown against Nas Reed. There'll be some interesting matchups here. Reggie Jackson against the Wolves fell asleep defensively there. Kyle and Nas got mixed up as Reggie Jackson and Christian Brown read that perfectly, and Brown got the layup. Denver 19-6. 84-65 is the score. Towns wing left. Dumps it inside. Here's Kyle Anderson. Reggie Jackson on him. Kyle trying to pull his way across the paint. Lost the ball. It's down. Kyle throws Reggie Jackson down. Those two almost have to be separated. Here's MPJ turning the corner in the paint. He lost the ball. It's out of bounds. And that will be awarded. This might be worth a challenge. They didn't call a foul, but they gave the ball to Denver. I thought this was off of the Nuggets. Yep.
They're going to challenge.
Yep. And they're going to be a timeout and a challenge. It's going to be Timberwolves basketball. And this is exactly the type of play where the Wolves have been so successful, challenging these type of plays where you can't let the referees find some marginal or non-marginal contact to back up their own call.
Exactly right. This is going to be a successful challenge for Minnesota.
84-65. The Timberwolves lead the Nuggets here in Game 2 by 19 points with 9:46 left. Timeout on the floor. We step aside on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Chad, Nick, or Roger at MT&RC Smith Insurance if Auto Owners is right for you.
Eliminate the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
JR's Oasis has a great sale on Coke products. 20-ounce bottles of many Coke items like Coke, Diet Coke, A&W Root Beer are 3 bottles, just $5. Others are 2 bottles for $3. Be sure and check the prices on these Coke products while supplies last. In addition, Rockstar and Monster 16-ounce cans, 3 for $6 at JR's Oasis. Stop today because supplies are limited. That's JR's Oasis, Highway 50 East, Yankton.
Jersey, your pack, your hometown team. It's Superfan season in Minneapolis downtown, so don't miss out on a minute of fun, friends, and nonstop excitement. From pregame meetups to postgame celebrations, be there for your favorite teams and the big wins. In Minneapolis, we play for the love of the game, and you're the best part of our story. Visit MPLSdowntown.com to get your game on. See you downtown.
Timberwolves led this one by as many as 32. They currently have a 19-point advantage with 9:46 left to play in the game. The Timberwolves win the challenge. The ball was off Michael Porter Jr., and it will be Timberwolves basketball up 19. Again, with just under 10 minutes left to play. We've been talking about Chris Finch sitting a couple of seats away from us, working in symmetry, in sort of perfect harmony with the rest of the coaching staff. He talked about that after practice yesterday.
You know, where Mike is extremely good is kind of running all the different parts of the game anyway. You know, he's really helpful with me, which I think, given the situation and circumstances, is probably the best skill set for him to have, you know. So, you know, we're very much on the same wavelength. You know, we share a brain. With, you know, Mike, it's not the type of brain you want to share with those people, but we are very much in sync. So
sometimes you can't pick and choose whose brain you're going to share. It's worked out for the Wolves. They win the challenge. They're 2-0 on challenges in this game. I think they're undefeated in this postseason. I think they're now 5-0. I've got to double check that. Cat going to work inside on this match against Justin Holiday, and he earns 2 free throws. But the Wolves were top 5 in number of challenges in the regular season and top 5 in win percentage of their challenges. They've been really smart about those.
Well, you know, you think about Nate Bubas last year doing a great job, and then the way that Jeff Newton is taking the mantle of the iPad and his decision-making is stoic back there, making great decisions.
Lob inside to Edwards, and he gets fouled. Not in the act of shooting. They didn't put Cat at the line last play. I don't think they're going to put Ann at the line here. Yeah, throughout the whole season, they just have not rewarded in the act of shooting, continuation.
Agreed. Towns with just 4 points and a half. Anthony Edwards, same thing.
Here's Towns right side. They dump it inside to Kyle. He'll turn, kick out to Keel. Corner three. Got it! That's his fourth three of the night. 4 of 7 from downtown. And Nikhil's really been struggling the last 2 games. He was just 1 for his last 10 from deep. Big time performance by Nikhil. Here's Reggie Jackson, corner. Holiday, he drives, he stepped out of bounds. So a turnover on the Nuggets is their 17th of the game.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid, both bookend 4 of 7 from outside the arc. Each has 14 in the game. Nikhil getting on the boards as well. He's got 6 rebounds, Allen, in this game.
I even feel like the moniker of those guys being bench guys does them a disservice. It's really just a 7-man, with the lineup they're going with tonight, a 7-man rotation. And they're all kind of starters, just filtering in different combos. Timberwolves bring it up with 8:57 left. They're up 87-65. They lead by 22. The Joker's back on the floor. Ant going to work in the paint. Kick out to Nikhil. They'll get run off the 3-point line. Left-handed dribble along the baseline. Swings it back out. Throws it all the way in the backcourt. And Kyle Anderson will track it down. Actually, I'm a little surprised Kyle didn't try to let that roll and walk the dog a little bit. And burn a few more seconds off the clock.
Protect it, yeah. Got to tell you, Nikhil has done a great job of attacking closeouts on this season. James White, his player development coach, has done a great job of working with him as well.
Jokic to the right side. Aaron Gordon, handoff Holiday, spins away from Ant, back to the corner. Gordon, 3 balls short. Rebound right back to him. Extra opportunity. Jamal Murray's back out there. Takes a run on Nikhil, runs it up off the glass. No, slam follow for Aaron Gordon. And Nikhil took an elbow from Murray right in the throat. That's the first points off of turnovers for Denver tonight. 11 miscues by Minnesota, only 2 points off of those. Meanwhile, Denver's turned it over 17 times, and the Wolves have 17 points off of those. 8 minutes left to play in Game 2, and the Wolves up 87-67. Kyle, left to the top of the key on a handoff. Here's Ant. And a blatant kick by Nikola Jokic, showing off the soccer skills. He's multi-talented. 14 on the shot clock. It was down to 7 before that kick. Conley, Edwards, Towns, Reid, and Alexander Walker. Nikhil with 29 minutes, the third most on the team, behind Cat and Ant. Conley with it up top. Splits 2 defenders. Gets down the right side. Kicks it back out. 3 ball away is short. And Jokic has the rebound. Nas missed that 3. Here's Gordon. Back the other way to the right side. And Justin Holiday works on Conley. And a quick whistle and a foul. Mike picks up his first. That'll be the second team foul on the Wolves here in the fourth quarter. Denver's committed 3. Wolves have 3 timeouts remaining. Denver had to use a bunch early as they went down by 32. So they've only got 2 left. Actually, one of them will be the under 3-minute break, which is still to come. Jokic, left to the top of the key, out to Jamal Murray, who's just 3 of 16 shooting tonight. He hesitates on Nas. Between the legs. Settles with a left-handed dribble. The elbow, the step-back jumper, no good. Jokic shields off Ant with one hand, grabs the rebound with the other, goes back up, missed the shot, and the Timberwolves have the rebound. Jokic, 5 of 13 shooting in this game. Second straight game, he's been under 50%. And with it. And contact in the paint, Nas and Gordon collided. And that looked like the kind of thing they could have had play on. Nobody gained an advantage.
Denver is taking Reggie Jackson back into the tunnel. He looked like he had turned his ankle.
That is 4 team fouls on Denver here in the fourth quarter. Gordon does have a technical foul already. Jaden comes back in the game with the 5 fouls with 7:13 left. Here's Ant to the right side. Sees Jaden in the corner, right back to Ant. 3 on the shot clock. He's going to rise up for a contested 3, and he drains it. Anthony Edwards, his first triple of the night. He's got 23 points for the game. And with 7 minutes to play, the Wolves are up by 23. Gordon, kick out, left side. Justin Holiday, 3 balls, good.
He's been excellent off the bench, hasn't he?
I feel like he's had 2 good games.
Yeah, he's got 13 in the game, 4 or 5 from outside the arc.
He's not known for his offense. His defense has been pretty good, but tonight he's got some opportunities. He's gotten some run, and with Reggie Jackson now out. And a whistle and a timeout for Minnesota. 6:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Timberwolves up 90-70. We step aside on the Minnesota Timberwolves Radio Network.
Keep the fun close to home with Treasure Island's 2-night staycation hotel package. Start your stay by playing your way through our newest slots with $50 free slot play. Go beyond the gaming floor and experience more of the island with a $75 gift card to our restaurants, bars, gift shop, and more. When it's time to unwind, make your way to our luxurious hotel for 2 relaxing nights away. Book your stay now at TICasino.com. Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Destination fun.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
Cal Soderquist with another scoreboard update brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com today. Let's go places. Let's check on the other game that occurred earlier this evening in the association. Game 1 between the Knicks and Pacers. It happened at Madison Square Garden, and it went right down to the wire. We were all knotted up at 1:15 apiece with under a minute to play. Knicks had possession.
1:15, all shot clock is down to 13. Brunson right side, one-on-one with Nembhard. Backing his way in at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 6. DiVincenzo, deep three, left side. That's good! And the Knicks are on top by 3 with 39 seconds to go. Timeout Indiana. 39.4 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The Knicks lead 118-115.
This finish, though, not without controversy. Pascal Siakam hit a layup to get the Pacers back to within 1, still with 26 seconds left. Jalen Brunson turnover got the Pacers the ball, still with a dozen clicks left. An offensive foul call on Miles Turner. Moving screen as he was whistled for the offensive foul, gave the Knicks possession. That one would be reviewed. It was confirmed. And calm free throws from Jalen Brunson gave the Knicks a 4-point cushion. They secure the 121-117 Game 1 victory. Let's get you back to the Mile High City for the conclusion of this one. Here's Alan.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. 6:33 left to go in the game. We're way past the top of the hour, but we have not done a legal ID all evening long. Yeah. Jim has just been too excited to break for just 10 seconds. Let's do that now. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all across the Minnesota Timberwolves radio network. Along with studio host and executive producer Cal Soderquist, I'm Alan Horton. Jim Peterson along with me courtside. Our statistician is Dan Collins. Our engineer, Alan Bacca. Our studio coordinators, Alex Leibold and Ben Haney. Glad you're along with us on our flagship back to the Twin Cities, 100.3 KFAN The Fan. All across the iHeart Radio app, all across the Timberwolves mobile app, all across SiriusXM satellite radio, and of course the vast and ever-expanding Timberwolves radio network from Fargo to Duluth to Mankato to Sioux Falls and all points in between. Timberwolves up 90-70 in Game 2, trying to go up 2-0 when a team in a best-of-7 series goes up 2-0 with both those wins coming on the road. They win 85% of the series. 85%. Towns out of the timeout. Buries a right side 3 to push the lead to 23.
But it was the action. It was the out of timeout action that they ran to perfection to get Towns that corner 3.
Here's Caldwell Pope set up by Jokic. He'll fire a 3. It's way offline. Towns secures the rebound. 27 points, 11 rebounds for Cat. And up the center of the floor. Goes on to KCP. Spins to the baseline, up with the right hand, counting the foul. It has been special once again. 26 points. And KCP has been helpless defending Anthony Edwards.
He's just so much bigger and stronger. Spin move that time by Ant. Spins right around the footwork. Gets past KCP that time, and he just has nothing left to do but foul Anthony Edwards.
Fans filing toward the exits. MVP chance for Ant. He missed the free throw, and the Nuggets have the rebound. Ant was 8 of 11 shooting in Game 1 when KCP was the primary defender. Gordon the drive, out to Porter Jr. Off to KCP, right back to Porter. He'll fire the 3. It's in and out, no good. 8 of 26 shooting, 31% for Denver.
I don't think I've seen so many people leave in such mass with so much time left on the clock for a great team.
Ant's pass is deflected. Jokic hit ahead, and then Ant steals it right back. He's on a run against the two-time MVP. He slipped, still got the shot off, but he missed it, and Jokic has the rebound. Out of the left side, here's Jamal Murray. 3 ball, no good. Offensive rebound, KCP, and the putback is good with 5:10 left. 95-72. And we mentioned this in game 1. It's not just KCP who's struggling to defend Ant. The Nuggets just don't have anybody who can limit him. The last 10 games, KCP against Ant shooting 59% by pull-up mid-range jumper. Picking his moments, right? 2 of 5 shooting, 4.6 assists for Mike Conley. 97-72. Gordon the drive. Kick out to KCP, and he got fouled by Conley as KCP took a run towards the rim.
The thing about it is, with Anthony Edwards, he gives Minnesota a backbone. You know, he gives everybody else a little bit more effort and energy and extra power to be able to perform on the floor. It's really special to see. He is such a catalyst for this team.
Jokic off the inbounds, got it up top. A mismatch against Mike Conley. Mike battles him there, but eventually the whistle sounds. Foul against Mike is now his 3rd, his 2nd in as many seconds. That's the 4th against the Wolves here in the 4th quarter. Off the inbound, it's MPJ in the corner opposite the Nuggets bench. Jokic now with it. Tries to beat MPJ on the run. Inside, run into by Towns. Now a kick out to the corner, and Gordon knocks down the 3. Wolves good rotation there, but Gordon was left open in the corner. And buries a rare 3. He's 3 of 5 tonight.
Yeah.
But overall, the Nuggets, 32% from deep. The Wolves have been up at 40%. 4:05 left to play. It's 97-75. It's a 22-point lead. McDaniels holds, left angle, now looks to drive on Murray, lowers the shoulder, spins, got wrapped up, and there's no call. Ball ends up out of bounds. It's going to stay Timberwolves basketball. I mean, that either has to be a jump ball or there's got to be a foul in there. But I think with the score being what it is, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Mike looking to trigger in, struggling. Now Towns has it in the corner. He's doubled. He holds that ball up high. Now turns, fires on the 3 and missed it and got knocked down for his troubles. No call. Here's Jokic back the other way. Gordon trying to get fancy between his legs, bouncing it back out to Michael Porter Jr. Guess what, Jim? That pass was offline. I don't know why.
This is just... They've just completely taken the heart away of these Denver Nuggets.
It's really similar to the Phoenix series. It's amazing. And with it up top, 25 points, 7 assists, drives in, lays it up and in with the left hand. 27 for Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves lead the Nuggets 99-75. A timeout by Denver, and this might be it. They might throw in the towel here with 3:29 left. A 24-point lead with 3:29 left to play in the game. And the Timberwolves about to go up 2-0. Friday, Sunday, games 4 and 5 on the home floor. It feels like an eternity since we played a home game at Target Center after the 2 to finish up in Phoenix, then the first 2 here. I can't wait for Friday night.
It has been an eternity, and Target Center has been just an incredible home court advantage all season long. I'm looking around this building right now. I'm seeing a lot of empty seats, and I'm seeing a lot of stunned faces, including the 2 of us.
It's absolutely true. I think Wolves fans are... You can't help, if you've been a fan of this team for any period of time, I think there has to be a large part of you that cannot believe what's happening because they're playing at such a high rate that we have not seen.
Yeah, I mean, you have to give a lot of credit to the front office and the cohesiveness they have with the coaching staff. I think that, obviously, the way that they communicate concepts, and these players talk about it all the time. They talk about the scouting reports, and, we have a lot of institutional knowledge about this coaching staff and how they put the scouting reports together. They share a lot of information with us. And their execution of the game plan night in and night out is pretty amazing.
It is. And I think the way that shows is that when this team has time to prepare, rest, recuperate, and start to mentally prepare for that next game,
100%.
And they're going to get that this week.
Yes,
they're going to get 3 days. They're going to get a rest day and then 2 days of practice likely. Yeah, and Michael Malone has gone to his bench. The Wolves will stick with their 5 on the floor with Nas, Carl, Mike, Jaden, and Ant. Inside, shot, no, but a whistle and a foul. That will send someone to the free throw line. Zeke Najee. Hey, Minneapolis native.
That's right.
Hopkins High School. Minnesota.
Hopkins High School.
He started Lakeville. He went from Lakeville then to Hopkins.
Exactly right.
Then I think he beat Lakeville North in the state championship. Yeah, the senior year. But he's kind of fallen out of the road. He's been not healthy a lot this season. Had a stomach issue, the right adductor issue. Missed 9 games late in the year. But when the Wolves have time to prepare like they did before the Phoenix series and before this series, and now they're going to get a chance to do it again before Game 3, Wolves use their timeout and they will empty their bench. 3:15 left to play. Tremendous effort, and you've touched on it a couple of times, but without Rudy Gobert, who has been such a central part to everything this team has done this year, they haven't skipped a beat. This team has just overcome whatever kind of obstacle they have, they just seamlessly overcome it, whether it's Chris Finch's knee, whether it's a player being absent, whether it's a player going down with a left knee surgery like Towns did. They just seem to next man up and seamlessly roll into whatever they have to do to keep this level of play high.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that you need in this league is you need great guard play. And so you need guys that can operate offensively and orchestrate an offense and get you organized. But defensively, you need great guard play. You need great perimeter defenders to be able to play at a high level and win championships, because that travels each and every night. If you can get stops when you're not scoring, and I always bring back a lot of my coaching from the Lynx, because Cheryl Reeve had a lot of great sayings, and one of the things that she would say is, if we don't score, you don't score, and so that's one of the things this Wolves team can do. If they don't score, they can get multiple stops in a row, which has not been the case in years past.
Great example is Game 1, second quarter. The Wolves scored just 17 points, but they held the Nuggets to 19.
Exactly right.
You can withstand that and finally get things going. Wendell Moore Jr., Jordan McLaughlin, Luka Garza, Josh Minot, all on the floor, and a 3-ball for Minot. He buries it from the right angle, and I don't want to forget about Leonard Miller, also out there on the floor. 102-76 with 3 minutes left to play in the game. Both teams have gone and cleared the bench. Strader up top, catch and shoot 3, missed it short, the rebound loose, and Watson's got it. He'll go up for a jump poke over Minot, and the whistle goes against Josh, and it will send Peyton Watson to the free throw line for 2.
One of the things, too, is that we haven't really touched on this, but they're going to announce Defensive Player of the Year tomorrow. Isn't that correct?
It's about time. I feel like we have this straight run of announcements, and then there's just like nothing for 10 days.
Wembanyama won Rookie of the Year today, and then it's going to be Defensive Player of the Year tomorrow. So we're going to find out whether Rudy Gobert is going to win his 4th or not.
He better.
I think it's kind of a foregone conclusion.
It's got to be. Especially because, and then the MVP is Wednesday, because Wembanyama is about to win it for like the next 11 years. I mean, Victor is unbelievable. A Rudy chance? Is that what we're just hearing?
Luka Garza just coming in and doing work right away like he always does.
Getting some playoff action. Denver has it here with 2:15 left to go in the 4th. It's 104-76. In the paint, bottled up. Strother now Strader with it. Oh, that shot looked like it was blocked by Jordan McLaughlin, but contact. And there'll be a lot of calls that go for Denver here over the final 2:05. Julian Strother on the floor. Hunter Tyson on the floor. Jalen Pickett on the floor. Along with Zeke Najee and Peyton Watson. Those are their 5. If you're Michael Malone, after Game 1, you can say, hey, this is our new reality. We're down 0-1. We just have to come back. But now you're down 0-2. You lost both games on the home floor. And again, like the Phoenix series, I think there are a lot of similarities. I don't know where they turn to make some adjustments, because the Wolves seem to have all the answers right now.
They don't have the defenders to be able to stop Minnesota's onslaught. They have no one to guard Anthony Edwards, and they really don't have the size to be able to contend with Minnesota either.
There's Leonard Miller, a catch and shoot left side 3 that glances off the rim. Watson has the rebound. Peyton on the attack with a right-handed dribble right to the cup. The layup too strong. Rebound tapped out. Wendell Moore Jr.'s got the rebound. 97 seconds left to go in game 2. J-Mac surveys the scene. Now up to Wendell up top. Moore will hold. 12 on the shot clock. Luka sets the screen. Here's Wendell to the free throw line. Bullies his way inside. Squeezes off the layup with the left hand. Counted for 2.
I love that these young guys are getting a chance to play on this big stage as well. Pay them off for the hard work that they put on, too.
Strother right side. Here's Hunter Tyson. That pass deflected out of bounds by McLaughlin. It'll stay Denver basketball with 1:08 left to play.
You and I were talking during the prep for the Phoenix series, and for this one, too. There's all the hard work these guys that are on the floor right now do put in the scout teams.
Great point.
Representatives, and they have to mimic exactly what the Denver Nuggets do. They do a great job of executing exactly what Denver does. It gives Minnesota starters the second unit a great look.
Julian Strother hits a right side mid-range jumper. Actually, check that. It's Jalen Pickett. He's a Rochester, New York native. That is an underrated. It's like being the scout team in a football team. You have to mimic the opponent that you're about to see, and the better they are at their job, it makes the other players first and second. It pays off in a big way. Here's Luka, got wrapped up inside. The ball squirts free out of bounds. It'll be Denver basketball. Zeke Najee bottled them up, and Denver will take control with 42.3 seconds left to play. Stay with us. Coming off the floor, we'll hear from a member of the winning Wolves. It'll be Anthony Edwards joining us on this postgame. And then we'll have either Mike Adore or Chris Finch in their postgame presser, plus players. A lot to come in the postgame. Zeke Najee, fall-away jumper, hangs on the rim, wouldn't drop. Leonard Miller's got the rebound. Timberwolves with 19 seconds left. Mike Adore says, hold on, Leonard. Leonard ventures to the corner, and now they will burn out the remaining 10 seconds of this clock. The Timberwolves have come into Denver and stunned the defending champs, winning twice on their home floor. The horn sounds here at Ball Arena, and the Wolves lead the Nuggets 2-0. The Wolves have won 6 consecutive playoff games. They've won 4 in a row on the road. Both of those are franchise records, the overall win streak and the road win streak. Anthony Edwards is going to join us here after a dominant performance here tonight. 106. Twice on the road here in Denver. They're the home team. They're the defending champs. How did you guys get this done in these first 2 games?
The game plan. The coaches, so we had to switch the game plan up a little bit, but, we executed it, and we came out playing super hard. And Cat got off to a great start, man, and he kept it going.
Part of what you guys have done. Your thoughts are with him, but how do you adjust from that? It didn't seem like there was a big adjustment for you guys.
It's tough, man. He's a defensive player of the year, so it's tough playing without Gobert. But, he sent us a nice text, and we had his back. He told us to have his back out there tonight, and we had his back. So he'll be happy to see us when we get home.
And it's happened all season long, but Nikhil and Nas coming in, the three-point makes, the backbone that you give those guys, you help them out, but they come in and perform at a high level.
Man, this is what they've been doing this all year. All year they've been doing this, man, so it's no surprise to me, man. They've been playing great. Yes, Sasuke! They've been playing great all year, man. We need them. They're the X factors of the team.
Can you feel the frustration starting to build for Denver? It's kind of like the Phoenix series when you got them frustrated. Do you feel like Denver's reaching a point too?
No, not at all, man. This is defending champs. It's going to be tough to beat them the third game. They're going to come out ready to play, man. We just got the best of them this game, and it's just one game. It's not the first of 2, it's the first of 4. So, we're happy about this win, but we know we got more business to handle on game 3, and Rudy will be back. So, we'll figure it out.
Target Center has been great all season long, man. What does it mean to go back now and play in front of our home crowd?
We got the home crowd on our side now. We ain't got to worry about getting booed no more, so we might be better off.
Great game. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, man.
Anthony Edwards, what a night, what a series it's been for him. Amazing the way he's played, when he has stepped up in the key moments, the way he's carried the team, and making the right decisions time and time again.
He's special, and I said this before, he's ours. That's what I'm most happy about.
I'm just looking up, 4 turnovers for Ant tonight, but he only had a couple in game 1. his play as the leader of this team has just been, it's been truly remarkable. And again, I think we're starting to run out of words how to describe how good he's been.
Well, I want to also talk about Karl Anthony Towns, because Ant did mention that, but 27 points for Towns in this game on 10 of 15 shooting. So in a game where you don't have Rudy Gobert, we were talking about the importance of Karl Anthony Towns staying out of foul trouble, and he did that. He did such a great job defending and being tough and really giving Minnesota defensively a backbone as well.
Yeah.
But then offensively so efficient. I mean, 3 of 5 from outside the arc. He hit open shots. He made the right play and passed just like Ant did. Yep. So Towns was a superstar in this game as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They were hunting him. They knew that if they got him in foul difficulty, they would have the advantage. But he didn't let them win that battle, and then he made them pay at the other end, like you mentioned. He finishes with 27 points and 12 rebounds, 2 block shots for Ant tonight. The Wolves finished with 12 block shots. We have been talking that in this postseason, we haven't seen a ton of block shots. We saw a lot of them tonight.
Yeah, Nas had 4 of them. Nikhil had 3. So those guys combined for 7 of the 12. And you just can't say enough about the performance. Nas Reed did not have a typical Nas Reed performance against the Phoenix Suns in that entire series, those 4 games. But he didn't play horribly, but he just wasn't Nas. But he's been Nas so far in this series.
Yep, especially the last 6 quarters, or 6 halves, I should say. It is so great, just like in Phoenix, to see all the Wolves fans, the only ones left in the arena.
It was really loud in here, the MVP chants. I mean, it was almost like a home court advantage situation for Minnesota here, and I see a lot of Timberwolves jerseys here right now.
All right, we're not done on this post-game show. Coming up, we'll get either Micah or Chris Finch on the post-game presser, plus the players up there as well. Timberwolves destroy the Nuggets here in Game 2. They win it by 26, 106-80 the final. We're back with the post-game next on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
You are our local businesses. You are our community partners, our neighbors, families, and friends. You represent the American dream and uphold the spirit in which it was created. Since 1904, Federated Mutual Insurance Company has been honored to serve and help protect your business. When you need us, we're here to help, face to face. At Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours. Rated A+ Superior by AM Best Company.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
This is the Federated Insurance postgame show on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
And up the center of the floor. Goes on KCP. Spins to the baseline, up with the right hand, trapping a foul. And has been special once again. 26 points. And KCP has been helpless defending Anthony Edwards. Timberwolves victorious in Game 2 on the road here in Denver, 106-80. They take a 2-0 series advantage over the second-seeded Denver Nuggets. Alan Horton, Jim Peterson along with you here from Ball Arena as the Timberwolves have won 6 straight postseason games to begin this 2024 postseason. It's been an unbelievable start. It is not easy to win postseason games, and not only have the Wolves won 6 of them in a row, but the last 4 on the road. It's even harder to win on the road. It's really been impressive.
They've made it look easy, and you hold this Denver Nuggets team. They're a great offensive team. By any standard, they're a great, and they've been a great offensive team for a number of seasons. You could really go back 5 seasons to say how good they've been offensively.
This 6-year playoff run with Jokic at the head of things, they've been a top 10 offense almost every year.
And Minnesota held them to 80 points. So twice in a row, Minnesota held the Denver Nuggets under 100-point scoring, and they did it to the Phoenix Suns a couple times as well.
So in the regular season too, this is the 4th time in 6 meetings with the Nuggets they've held them under 100 points. They've won all 4 games. The only 2 games Denver's won, they've had to score 115 points or more and shoot 50% or better. And obviously they didn't do either of those 2 things here tonight.
Well, again, I keep on saying it. When you have perimeter defenders like Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, and then you come off the bench and you bring in Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who might be better than both. Actually, I really think that Nickeil might be in some ways better than Jaden. I mean, the way he negotiates screens and he defends without fouling, and they just
plus-minus numbers. We'll get into all that. Timberwolves basketball tonight has been brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Timberwolves, and by the Timberwolves and Lynx Basketball Academy. Attention parents, summer's just around the corner. Now's the best time to register your child for the Wolves and Lynx summer basketball camps. Camps are held throughout the metro region, and they'll feature a special appearance by Crunch, that crazy mascot. Registration's now open at TimberwolvesBasketballAcademy.com. We'll have our three factors coming up. We'll get our assistant coach or coach interview in the post-game presser that's coming up. We got highlights from this one, updated scores. You just can't get enough of this game. The Timberwolves were led by as many as 32 in this game and really got their separation in the second quarter. We're coming back with more after this on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Here's what people say about Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. One customer, quote, absolutely fantastic service. Another, Mike and Dan Carlson have a great family business. One more, we've been going to the shop since we've moved to town. Quality repair for reasonable money. For all your vehicle needs, count on Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford and check them out on Facebook.
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
What the heck is all the yelling about?
My dishwasher won't start, the refrigerator isn't cooling, and the stove, well, don't get me started on that. Can you believe this?
Well, I guess we make a trip to my old buddy Murph. Come on, let's go this time. Let me do the talking.
Shop your local Maytag dealer. Murph's Appliance in downtown Vermilion. Small town service, big city selection.
What do you mean, you do the talking?
Only 15.
All right.
All right, but now you're at 35 nuggets. Now, 35 nuggets in about an hour, right? About an hour for the first half. Third quarter, 25. Fourth quarter, 20. There's no way anybody can eat, unless you're like Joey Chestnut.
Right.
There's no way a regular person is eating 80 nuggets.
And I will give you this. I have to have a sauce. I'm not eating those nuggets dry. So now you start thinking about a sauce taking up space. Do you get sick? Is it one of those situations where if anybody's ever gotten like sick eating a food and it was like never touching it, like, would you be so sick of barbecue sauce? Would you be so over honey mustard or ranch that you would never touch it again because you had to try to do the nugget challenge? I don't even know if I want to play that game. I love all those dipping sauce. I don't know if I want to play that game.
Yeah, and like when I first heard about it, the naive person in me was like, oh, man, I think somebody could accomplish it. Then, really what happened is I had some nuggets one day.
Yeah.
And while they, look like they are very snackish, right? You just pop one in your mouth, like, you go, oh, these are easy to eat. Of course I could do it. I ate 10 nuggets one day. While I wasn't stuffed, could I have done 70 more? No, and this was a bad night. Like, imagine when they drop 120. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never doing that.
That, and then I don't know why you just. I was also thinking, like, when you go get the big bag, if you go to the wholesale club, right, and you get the big bag, and then you would have to keep reheating them too. You talk about the longevity, right? Cold nuggets are one of the worst cold foods that you can eat. Some things you can get away from.
I don't know. I could do some cold nuggets. Like, from the one place that you inferred that sells the box of 20, I could do those cold.
Really? Oh, dude, I think those are the worst cold.
Really? I could do those cold.
Because the breading is what gets me. When it's not that. So it's like, I'd have to be consistently there. Now, I am a millennial, so I got to say, the air fryer is the game changer, though. You throw those, and the oven's fine, too, and we've all been a part of a life as a younger kid or younger person that you throw them in the microwave, not knocking that either. But I have found the air fryer on the right temperature, and just they do it quick, too. So could you imagine you go out of nuggets, you got to stand up, and you're just like standing in your kitchen, just with the longest, like saddest face. And somebody's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I need 30 more nuggets." Make another batch. Sit here, just got to get another batch in the oven here. We got to take them out. I got to eat the rest of these. I don't know if I could look at a nugget for a month. That is so over. I'd be so sick of it.
We talked about cold food. I hate cold foods. Like, I don't eat cold cuts.
Right, which is very weird. A friend of ours, shout out to Munch. One day I told Munch that I was like, "Yeah, I don't like cold cuts." He looked at me and said, "What, were you born with a freaking silver spoon in your mouth or something?" And I said, "Nah, man, I had my share of bologna sandwiches. I just didn't enjoy them." You know?
Now, I do know that you are a picky eater. You can be from time to time.
Yeah, very picky.
The one cold food that does not bother me for eat is pizza. I have zero issue. Like, granted, warming it up is fine. Mm-hmm. I have no problem, and sometimes even just enjoy it as much. I'll pull it right out of the fridge, right out of the box.
Ooh, okay. And I can't do fridge. I could do room temperature, but fridge, I can't. I can't do fridge.
Doesn't bother me.
The cold, I don't know. I'm a weird texture guy. Cold, but room temperature nuggets, I'll knock those out with no problem at all. He's Matt Fontana. I'm Emmett Golden. This is Game Night on ESPN Radio. And ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Round out your protection with life, phone, and pet health insurance. Coming up next, is it time to panic for the Nuggets already? We'll give you our thoughts straight ahead. This is Game Night, ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
The NBA playoffs on ESPN Radio. From the play-in tournament trains and triple until a champion is crowned at the NBA Finals.
The Denver Nuggets NBA champion.
History awaits. The NBA playoffs on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
There's a new option for families in the Yankton area to memorialize their loved ones. This is Paul Wintz with the Wintz and Ray Funeral Home and Garden Memory Cemetery. We just completed the construction of a new columbarium. It is an impressive structure built out of granite that is comprised of both indoor and outdoor niches, which will serve as a permanent resting place for your loved one's urn. The indoor niches have glass fronts where you can create a memorial with pictures and other significant items. For more information and to watch a video on how it all came together, please visit WintzRayFuneralHome.com.
This is Classic Class Days on Classic Hits 106.3 and KBHT.com. Classic Class Days features area high school seniors and their communities.
Today we're celebrating the graduates of Why Not, brought to you by Mayor Signs, Hy-Vee Vermilion, R&B Land Tiling of Hardington, and Integrity Insurance of Why Not.
Congratulations to the class of 2024 from Why Not High School, including Courtney Pinkelman, Kayla Pinkelman, Chase Schrader, Joseph Sudbeck, Myra Sudbeck, Allison Weisler, and Carson Weisler.
Now, highlights from your senior year at Why Not. 7 seniors were named to various Norfolk Daily News Elite 8 teams and Omaha World Herald's 2024 All-Nebraska D2 teams. 8 seniors were invited to play in various Northeast Nebraska All-Star games in their respective sports. Carson Weisler will be playing in the Sertoma 8-man All-Star football game. He also signed his letter of intent to play football at Doane University. Allison Weisler signed her letter of intent to play volleyball for the Hawks of Northeast Community College.
Classic Class Days for Why Not, brought to you by Mayor Signs, Hy-Vee Vermilion, R&B Land Tiling of Hardington, and Integrity Insurance of Why Not.
Classic Class Days on Classic Hits 106.3 and KBHT.com. Stay tuned for more Classic Class Days.
The Collision Center is your trusted place for collision repair. When you've had an accident, call 665-7670. They will get you back on the road quickly with the highest quality vehicle repair. People react to accidents in different ways. You're probably thinking, what do I know? What do I do next? Who do I call first? Where should I take my vehicle? No need to ask yourself those questions when you have the Collision Center. Trust the Collision Center to work for you and get you back on the road quickly. At the Collision Center, we take care of everything so you don't have to. Collision Center, 911 Chevy Lane, East Highway 50, Yankton, where we treat every vehicle like our own.
ESPN Radio on KBTK 101.5 FM and AM 1570.
none against the Timberwolves after losing both games at home. Is it time to panic? This is Game Night, ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, Sirius XM, Channel 80. I'm Emmett Golden alongside Matt Fontana. And they didn't just lose tonight, Matt. They got blown out. Ultimately, it ends up being a 26-point loss. They were down by 32 at one point. They were dominated from start to finish in this game. Is it time for the Nuggets to panic?
Yes. I mean, you watch, the first game, you understand best that they were going to come out with, maybe a little bit of an off. You look at tonight's game, though, and I was trying to look this up, the flow, the game flow.
Mm-hmm.
The closest that this game was Minnesota 18. And again, Denver led early. It was 9-6, kind of whatever.
Yeah.
It was 18-17 with 4 minutes to go in the first. After that, Minnesota let it out. And I'm just looking at it quick here. When the second quarter started, Denver then again did not get within 10 the rest of the game. A minute into the second quarter, it was 33-20, 13-point lead for Minnesota. Denver didn't get back within 10 the rest of the game. And I guess you want to chalk it up to be like, what? They got off to a good start. We didn't. We just, packed it in, I guess. I don't know. If I'm Denver, I'm sitting there saying, all right, number one, they didn't even have Rudy Gobert tonight. Number two, Anthony Edwards had a good game. He only had 27. Karl Anthony Towns finished with 27. Yeah, I think he had 17 in the first quarter alone. So he only had 10 points the rest of the way out. It's not like somebody put up 60 on you. It's not like somebody won. They just played a complete basketball game, owned you on the defensive side of the whole thing. You actually out-rebounded them, but you shot 35% and then 30% from beyond the arc. You had no flow. You had turnovers left and right. I mean, yes, to answer your question, Denver, this loss, again, you want to give credit to Minnesota for putting up all the points and winning the game. I'm looking at it straight and saying Denver played an absolutely atrocious basketball game. Atrocious.
Yeah, they most certainly did.